kicking of asses, or...?
Can I not do both?
Eh.
Does it mean you need to provide a donkey?
Well, I'm close enough to Mexico. Hold on.
Figurative kicking of asses will require me bringing my figurative ass.
We really need to figure out a way to handle Ghostlight one of these days. So far, our
Probably,
answer is
yeah.
ignore her continuously. Ignore her with a vengeance. I don't think it's going to work out for us every time.
Can we use Heartbreaker to summon Bill Murray and just...
What, and just ruin everything? No, thank you.
Alright, maybe I should turn Patty McFadden off now that the stream is recording.
No, that pretty much works. That's us.
Okay. Give me a second, cue those up. Alrighty. Ready when y'all are.
Welcome back to fighting.
Hooray.
Somewhat. Almost every single one of your combatants has either been knocked out by painful stomach ulcers, of all things, or just general punching them in the face, slicing them up with swords, whatever Alan decides to do at the moment.
We're unpredictable like that.
The Duke is very predictable.
You say that, and yet I keep beating the shit out of people.
I didn't say he was bad at what he does, but he's very predictable.
Alright, fair enough.
Heartbreaker just gone, summoning Eaglet, who did manage to knock Kid Singularity out of the air with a few well-placed feathers.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure those 9 bruises helped him out a bit.
Yeah, he should have been knocked out a while ago. He just got stubborn.
He got very stubborn and knocked everybody off of the platform.
Butthole.
He is a kid of singular focus.
Well, I'm
Everyone that
sure.
is,
I'm
except-
pretty sure the brand management soldiers are fine considering where they are. I think their suits might most likely have aquatic functionality. Maybe.
One would assume. They did
I'm more
have
concerned about the
full-body
unconscious,
suits.
evil fuckers.
they're fine.
And the unconscious brand management soldiers.
Well, I'm
There are
imagining
a
they
few.
handle their own. They dive down to help each other. It's
Well,
fair
let's find out.
enough.
Most importantly, Chiome and Heartbreaker are still on the platform.
Why did you get
Let's
back
just
on
go
the goddamn
through the
platform?
actions here. Crux and Washout are both unconscious. They will hit the water this turn. Washout is over here. And where is Crux? Crux is up there.
Chain is right next to him, also unconscious.
Yes.
10 folds down to the south.
But Ghostlight is flying
Because Ghost.
because she is a
Not
ghost.
that
yes.
far from me.
No, not very far from Alan at all. What do you think she's going to do?
Waste more of our time.
That's just rude.
Okay, name one time she's done anything to us.
She has actually hurt Alan recently.
Did she?
Yes, I have a bruise.
Oh, dear lord, a bruise. What will we do now?
She also has a cumulative affliction. But it
Oh,
doesn't
goodness.
seem that he's actually been affected by it, so
How
good for him.
spooky.
But Ghostlight will be flying up to him to stick her hand into him again. Please make me a
Stop flirting with the ghost.
I think it's more that the ghost is flirting with him.
This is not Poltergeist. Stop. Or whatever the hell that movie is with the fucking face.
That was not Poltergeist, that was... I forget.
Yeah, no one remembers because there's like 80 million fucking ghost movies. They all have a different name. Nice.
Yes, that is a well done roll. She will stick her hand into Alan, but it doesn't do anything except feel really strange.
She fondles your ribs.
Oh, God. Oh. Get off! It feels... Oh, I'm gonna be sick.
Tenfold is unconscious, hits the water. Jane is unconscious and hits the water. Chiome, please make me perception.
Okay. Oh yeah, that's right. I have my skills written down.
Okay, take your turn.
Doesn't bode well.
Help save people?
I don't
Sure,
really
she
have
can
awesome
leap.
swimming powers. Like,
Yeah, I'm not sure
Can't
she
you
can
run
leap
across
from
water?
the surface of water.
no, I didn't. In my mind, she's never been that fast to
No.
run across water.
When it comes to his turn
get a
again,
rope.
Heartbreaker can summon his magical dolphin, but
He'll probably be able to handle it after you get out of the bloody water.
Yeah,
Not
but
because
everyone's
it's
super
dangerous,
not
it's because it's to the bottom really
drowning.
fast. Throw stuff at ghosts like useless
That's
limits.
basically.
Pick up an object and just throw it. Hey, bitch, go away. I ain't afraid
always
of no
use
ghost.
power stun to hit her with.
Yeah, I'm trying to look up exactly what I can do with that.
Power
Basically
stunts.
fatigue yourself to give something
Basically,
extra.
yeah, you basically you fatigue yourself to get like a 5-point adjustment to a power is what I remember it being.
That's one of the options.
Usually most people take FX intangible to whatever it is they're doing for this scenario.
Right. But then I have to explain how the heck she does that.
Luck. Raw, pure, just fucking... You got lucky.
We found her weakness.
Could also explain
is-
it away as something on Ghostlight's end, like how she's currently trying to stick a hand through Alan.
Yeah, I guess.
Though Alan probably doesn't want that hand materializing inside him.
You can always use an extra hand. Eh.
If that happens, I'm going to have my ribs give you the finger.
Well, if I was in your situation, I'd leap off the thing epically and chop her arm off, but that's me.
Then fall into the water and
Yes, that would be
flounder.
the problem.
How did you get here again? Alright, I flew you.
Yeah, huh?
Haha.
I didn't
Right.
swim here.
Okay, and you swim down when you get in the water? Can you swim? That's actually a good question. I mean, she's a lot
she
heavier
can
than...
swim. Yeah, but she's really strong. too.
Yeah, that was my thought. Like, if she's heavy, but she's strong as hell, so she should be able to
And
swim.
as I
I-
recall, her
I've,
tech is
um,
waterproof.
I've got an idea. Shelby, girl, if you can do anything to this bin, I'll catch you.
Fair enough. That's an idea.
If you think you can do anything to her, jump up here and try it, and I'll
Man.
use extra effort to catch you.
Okay. You know
Make sure
what?
it's a swan dive with like a lot of like braces to spin you around while doing so. I'll get music playing. Hold on.
Hold on. Well, figure out what kind of power stuff you want to use. That's the,
Effect intangible, hit with sword. Not really.
Stab her so hard she forgets she's dead.
Yeah. Oh god, you stabbed so hard you stabbed my shirt with your key powers. Fuck if I know, okay?
do as Dr. Ninja does and hum the Ghostbusters theme.
Yeah, see.
I'm gonna go ahead and look at the nullify attack.
Ah.
That could work. That could work. What do you take out? Demon sealing little pieces of paper and just fucking tie them to your swords and beat her with them? I forget what those are called. Little slips of paper designed to seal away and or keep out demons. It's a term for them.
But I have to know the exact descriptor.
Intangible. Ghost.
Or any of the descriptors held by the power in question.
Intangibility, ghost story.
Well,
Probably.
intangible's not really a descriptor. It's...
Oh, you mean the descriptor? If I had to ballpark it, it'd be...
Actually, what do I know? Because we know about her. I did knowledge on her, so we actually know from research.
we did kind of look her up. Do we
What do
know
you want to know?
the source
You know
of her
some
powers?
things.
Yeah, well, the type of, like, her powers are.
Oh my god, we're so goddamn stupid. She's a Silver Stormer. That is totally a descriptor under technology, because it's from
Yes.
nanos.
Yes, she has her powers from the Silver Storm.
So there you go.
Tech.
Technology, nanites. That's where her powers come from.
That
End of story.
actually, I can actually legitimately make an excuse for her affecting now.
And
Your
even
nanites
if you
eating them.
can't,
No.
even if it doesn't affect her powers, it'll affect the control on her.
Yes.
So, yeah, give that a shot.
Alright, so going back to how power stunts work. So it'll be equal to the power rank I have in this. Oh, I wish this PDF, I wish this website actually told me where things are properly.
What are you looking for?
Well, it says it does alternate effects, the alternate effect in the powers page, then I go to the powers page, there's no alternate effect in the powers page.
Alternate effect
You have
is
found the infinity loop. Run.
alternate effect is the perk that you can use in order to create an array of powers.
Right, so yeah, it's just going to be the array based on the power rank of what I have. Dang it, that means I have to math this out. Sorry, hold on.
This should be pretty easy. How many points do you have to work with? What power is it that you are replacing with the stunt?
I'd say the Affliction Nanite one is sensible.
No, I was actually going to go weaken. It's basically the same thing that it's part of all the same array.
Because remember, you cannot actually hit her unless you have effects intangible.
Nullify can affect intangible. Effects insubstantial. Nullify does not require this modifier to affect the insubstantial targets or the insubstantial effect itself. You can attempt to nullify the effects of them normally.
Okay.
Yeah, by default, nullify is an area, so anything in that area, substantial or not.
No, it's not.
Oh?
You have to get it by an extra for it.
Yeah, you do have to buy an extra for Nullify to be area.
In fact, I'm going to be putting probably a downside on it to make it not ranged.
Because you do have to hit her.
Yeah.
If the Nullify fails, you won't do any damage to her because swords go through ghosts. So
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. I think I'm going to have this figured out. Almost, sorry. I'm just trying to figure out how the effects of the downside for going to bring it to melee ranges. Diminished range, 1 flat per rank.
Yes.
Okay.
So one to take it down from perception to merely ranged, and another to take it down to melee, as necessary, but just one for you that
Yeah.
hour.
Okay. And the array in question is a rank of. Right, that's a rank 15. Alright. Finally figured this out. Okay.
Yes.
So, first I have to make an attack roll. So, she's going to leap off of here.
Yes.
I guess technically there.
Yes.
Making an attack roll.
You will be able to slice at her form.
Okay, so I hit the target. Then they make an opposed check of my nullify rank, which here, since the -1 flat, is a rank of 16.
What do they roll to oppose?
Versus
check?
will.
Versus will.
Or the target's effect's rank, whichever is higher.
We might be in a
Question.
pickle. Because our effect rate might be insane.
Very possibly.
It might not need much to be insubstantial, though.
Sure.
No. Speaking technically, incorporeal insubstantial is only rank 4.
Oh, her will might be higher than that.
What is your DC?
It should be just my rank, so DC 16.
That's if your rank is 6. Or, oh, no, pardon, so don't oppose, never mind. So you roll d20 plus that rank, and they roll d20 plus their
Oh, okay.
rank.
Right.
And the winner is the person with the bigger number. Roll low, roll low, roll low.
Result is, Ghost Light rolls a 2.
Hooray!
Now, nullify.
Your power turns off. Whatever it is.
Yeah, but the devil is in the details.
Yes, it is. You can counter one effect of your chosen descriptor per use of nullify. What are you nullifying?
Her ability to not be hit by melee swords. without damage.
If Shiomi didn't buy precise, then it's whatever makes sense to get hit first.
Then it would be the incorporeal and not her being controlled.
Correct.
Yeah.
That'd be
Congratulations!
what's specific for you.
You slice a ghost light, and your blades actually hit her and leave some gashes in her arm. Please, roll toughness for her. What is your damage DC?
I don't think you actually have to. Because I'm just nullifying the attack here. It replaces my actual swing.
Does it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Basically,
Alright,
she swings her
congratulations.
blades.
Your
like
blades have hit her, but because you weren't really trying to slice her, they don't do much.
I imagine like she's swinging her blades to the air desperately just to do something, and there's like a sparking, and all of a sudden she becomes solid. Here, hold on.
One, it's bounced off of her arm, basically.
And with any luck, that will persist for a moment.
Luckily, it was not in Alan at the moment.
Well, I thought that always helps.
That is Chiome's turn, who hopefully will be caught by Alan on his turn. As she goes hurtling through the air.
Totally be able to just like jump off Alan back, right?
If she wants to give him a concussion, maybe. Skullhead, are you here?
Sorry,
Answer is-
back.
Okay, good. Good timing. It is the Duke's turn. I remember we discussed last time you're going to use a hero
Oh,
point
yeah, it's-
to jet booster back.
Yeah, Well, I'm gonna fatigue myself because I'm out of them.
Well, before you do that,
Okay.
feel free to move yourself. Doesn't matter. You can move yourself. But because you were knocked off the platform and had a good view of the entire platform, even through the Duke's limited, viewport, cameras and such,
Alright.
the platform is shaking.
That's not a good sign.
Please make me a knowledge check.
Jack of all trades, so
Uh-huh.
yeah.
That's why I said a knowledge check.
Let's see. I'm just seeing what ones I don't know this.
If
If
the
anything,
educated
Troll
guess.
integrity. Yeah, you just know that it's cheating.
Okie dokie. In that case, everyone's basically down. I have no real rush to get there, but I am gonna.
You
Deliver-
will sink to the bottom of the ocean if you hit that water.
Well, unless I use the power stone to.
Yes.
Yep.
I'm saying this because you moved back for some reason.
Yeah, I'm just thinking maybe I should hit the water, see what's causing it to shake from, down there. Nah, Heartbreaker can do that. I'll just get back on deck. Heartbreaker knows how to summon whales or something, I'm sure.
Heartbreaker most
So-
definitely will. That will be a power stunt for you and an action.
Power stunt, move, nothing to shoot, so,
You're done.
yeah. I will move. Well, how far was it?
Sure.
How far down did I get? Well, did I drop any before my boosters kicked in, or?
You have enough time from being immediately launched off to just rocket back.
Ah.
A turn hadn't passed since you were knocked off.
Okay, that's all. Just move some more. Well, I can double move, so. There we go. Alright, done. Alright. Fatigued, forgot.
Yes.
Nah, that's better. Yes.
Now, nobody can see Mariner, but he's living up to his name.
Doing the backstroke.
Yes.
Doing the jet-powered feat.
Pretty much, yeah. So he'll be gathering up people who have fallen into the water because he has no problem being in the water himself. Alan.
Okay. I have two things I need to do here. The first is I'm going to create a crystallized air slide for Chiyomi that goes beside me back down to the platform.
Okay.
And I will use extra effort to get an additional standard action, hoping that Ghostlight is a little more corporeal for just a little while. I'm going to spray her with my Uzi at point blank.
Daka 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 daka. While you hold Chiyomi in one arm cradled and just. Yeah.
Oh no, I made a slide for her to hit and then slide down back to the platform.
Oh. That's less cool than having you like cradle her as like a James Bond cover.
I don't think you made this jetpack that strong.
I made it as strong as it needs to be.
Hey, she doesn't actually weigh more than a normal person. That stuff's lightweight.
I know. I think it was made for one person, considering how slow it is.
Fair.
Fuck you.
Yeah, Ralph.
You gave me like an hour to make a jetpack. I'm sorry.
I'm not
Raise your
saying
hand
it's
if you
your
make a jetpack
fault.
in an hour.
I'm not saying it's your
In any case, you're shooting Ghostlight.
Yep. With a D20, not a D2. Does a
Ooh,
20
that's
do it?
crit.
That'll do.
That'll
do.
Crit.
And it's multi-attack.
So you're gonna add 10.
Because I'm
Yep.
multi-attacking.
So that makes it damage rank 13. So that 28 is
DC 28.
I think so, yeah.
That's pretty nice. That is respectable damage from a single gun. And not a very big one either.
Mm-hmm.
Oof.
It needs to fit in a gentleman's jacket. That's an encouraging sound.
Yeah, let me just double check something here.
Okay.
It's very possible. It's something I always forget about the degrees of damage in the system, though.
Right.
4 is out like a light. 3 is heavily
Yes,
beat
I
up.
know
Yeah,
that. It's,
you know,
it's the actual numbers.
It's the offset. So if she rolled
Win by 5.
if she rolled 5 below what I did, then that's where 2 degrees starts. So at 15 below or further, that's 4 degrees.
So if you have 15 or less,
Mm-hmm.
or more difference, rather.
15
At
or more
15,
below,
if-
yes.
Yeah, if
So
she's at 15, down. If she's any more than 15, still down. Any less than 15, then you're at 3rd degree of failure.
Yeah, you shoot Ghostlight in the face.
It works.
Are you actually aiming for her face?
Alan is a bit vindictive and a bit drunk at this point, yes.
Well, you don't see what actually happens to her because she drops like a rock.
So you're pretty sure some bullets went to the facial area.
You have one-shot her.
Ouch.
That's what happens.
Gonna
when
feel
you
bad
crit
about that in the
attack.
morning,
Ugh.
but not that now.
Quickly, make a funny quip.
Of course, that is the problem with Ghostlight. She's very tough to hit, but she has no toughness.
Well, if you're relying on substantial, you probably shouldn't.
Alan, you also notice that the platform is shaking.
That can't be good.
If you have any knowledge check pertinent to a shaking oil platform that has been recommissioned into a research facility, now is the time to make it.
I've got education physics. I'm sure a shaking building, whether it's on the ocean or not, can't possibly be good.
Okay, from looking at it, and the you can see beams starting to crack on the pillars holding it up. This has been shaking for more than 30 seconds now.
Mm-hmm.
It's not. If it keeps shaking like this, it's going to fall down.
Like, if it keeps shaking like this, it's gonna lose its supports and sink.
If it keeps shaking like this, one of those supports is going to fail catastrophically eventually. You don't know which one from just
Yeah.
looking at it. And then it will tilt over and start to fall.
Right. Odds are that's probably Kid Singularity, but if this place has a self-destruct system, then we need to have some serious words with whoever does HR for this company.
Well, Kid Singularity
Alrighty.
is unconscious, but yeah, his big blast might have done something.
Yeah.
Hard to say when people control the fundamental force of
I think you
gravity.
direct me to whichever one's the weak one. I can just put myself there and support it until we can fix
You
it.
have no way of telling, and they are all shaking at once right now.
I'm asking him to do it.
And I just told him he has no way of telling.
Yeah.
Stick your head in the water. Alright, it's you. You
Yeah,
can do that.
Alan, that is your turn. Unless you could move still.
I need to stay here to support the slide for Chiyomi,
Yes, you do.
or at least within arm's reach of here. So,
Kid Singularity hit the ground last time.
bam.
Eaglet will wait for commands from Heartbreaker. And Heartbreaker will instead move off to the side and call for his magic dolphin.
Didn't he decide that it was just going to be a magic life-saving shark?
No one trusts sharks.
We had the laser shark already, so
Right.
I'm assuming it's going to be a dolphin. If it's not, we can have him correct me whenever he
No,
returns.
it's a dugong.
I remember you two talking about just folding the two into one because you had so many spare points
Right,
after
you were
area.
correct, yes. I'll just stick with Dr. Light now then.
Yes.
So Dr. Light will be summoned and Eaglet will go away. He'll go poofing back into the ether from which his animals come. And Dr. Light will go around and start rounding up the brand management soldiers because they are sinking. They can swim and they won't drown immediately, it doesn't seem like, but they
Nor
have
will
to be
anyone
armored.
else within 2 miles.
Yes, but he can only grab so much at once.
Yeah.
So that will be their turn. Crux is unconscious, and he has not been picked up by anybody, so he's slowly starting to sink.
He's that heavy, is he?
Apparently so. Washout is not sinking. One would assume he wouldn't have a problem anyway, but the point is he's not sinking.
Yep.
The brand management soldiers are starting to come together. A few of them are grabbing nearby other sinking people.
I feel bad for whoever it is that landed on the pontoon there.
That is a pillar, so he should not actually be on that. Because the Kid Singularity's blast should be strong enough to push everyone out into the water, right? They're all just starting to clump together, so none of them have, started to sink. They can all help each other stay up. Nice and teamwork oriented, these soldiers.
Naturally.
A few of them will be grabbing what people are nearby.
I'm just gonna go refill my drink back in a sec.
Okay. Ghostlight is falling. She will not hit the water yet, but she is falling.
Back.
Hello. Tenfold is being held up by 2 brand management soldiers and Ancient Mariner. Chain is being kind of kept aloft by a brand management soldier, but kind of treading water at the moment. Chiome, you have a slide.
Okay. Alright, we should from combat to review.
Yes, and the station is continuing with the shake, as Chiome can see now. If she has anything pertinent she would like to roll, now is the time.
Yeah.
God damn it, wrong thing. Wrong.
Right. You get a-
Expertise on it, just seeing if there's any kind of,
Expertise what?
question marks. Seeing if she knows anything that could be affecting a building of this size that could be used.
We weren't doing that much property damage.
Just trying to determine what you would learn from that roll. You don't know anything specifically, either about this building or not, but you do know from your history lessons that more than one big event in the world has come from these waters. This could be one of them, could be something completely innocuous, like, I don't know, the guy who controlled gravity going a bit overboard.
Alright, so can she see, have we seen any actual doors entering the facility at all? I'm assuming there's some.
There are some, they're open, and if you go and look, you can see a few of them right now. There's, just doors all around and windows. There doesn't seem to be anybody inside.
Right, let's see, my movements, oh yeah, you need to fatigue me, unless I spent a point to beat
Yes,
it.
you are both fatigued, aren't you?
Yes, although when you use extra effort, the fatigue doesn't actually affect you until the start of your next turn.
Okay.
So I have
Are you
my
not
limit.
spending a hero point then?
I can spend it whenever I want. I'm just deciding if I need to. Considering that this facility, I could basically run across it and back with being fatigued, I'm okay.
Uh-huh.
So I want her to run in there and, I guess, perception or something. I want to see if there's any computers saying what might be going on.
Okay. Feel free to move to anywhere on the map you'd like then. Because I know Chioma's enough speed enough for that.
Right, I just don't know where things would be inside.
It
so-
doesn't matter specifically. You're not going to be seeing the inside of it.
Oh, that's depressing.
Well, no, you're inside of it, but I'm not going to show you it because there's nothing at all of importance that you can find. Is the thing. There's a whole bunch of things that there's glass cases with some marine creatures inside them. We're looking decidedly freaked out, by the way. The ones that you could tell. The fish are all huddled up in corners of the aquariums. Things like that. But no, all the computers do seem for research properties. There's nothing saying self-destruct activated or anything like that.
Right.
Or evacuate now, structural integrity compromised.
Nope, nothing of that sort at all.
Okay.
Make me an int check.
Right.
Well, it's just good enough. The best way to find out would probably be to ask the brand management soldiers. There are quite a few of them around.
Well, okay, random question. How much movement do you think I've used up from wandering around inside there? Because depending on the square coverage, she could be running out of movement for this turn.
She's used 60 on screen.
Yeah, how much movement does she have right now?
She has, well, 450.
That's already halved.
No, that's halved, yeah. She's got 900 normally.
She'd probably be running out then, yeah.
Alright. So she'd notify the others nothing's going on inside. It's clear. But since I don't have much more movement, the best she could do would like be step back outside, but that's it.
Yeah, you don't want a roof over your head if this place decides to sink suddenly.
Yeah.
It's your turn?
Yes.
Duke!
Anything I can do? You guys locate the structural damage? Is there anything I can do?
Talk to the
No.
soldiers. They know more than us.
Alright. I tap into their line. Y'all
Please
got
at
any
least
idea?
make me some roll for that, as easy as it is for you.
Okay, 10 plus 20 is 30. How strong is their,
Yes, alright.
I can do it as a no
Just
action.
wanted to make sure.
I took like multiple advantages for this. I hack into their system. I'm assuming it's not the Pentagon level of security, and I ask them politely, y'all have any idea what the structural damage is? I can get down there and do something about it if you point me in the right direction.
Very first thing you hear is Agent Mariner say to get off this line.
Inform me on the situation, and I will. I'm trying to save your whatever it is.
There shouldn't be any structural damage.
Explain the shaking.
I can't.
Well, aren't you useful? Get down there and look.
I don't take orders from you.
Alright, so when this thing sinks and you're to blame, I'll just, point you in that direction and say, well, he didn't want to listen to the guy who knew structural engineering, so...
You focus on getting those stormers off of our property.
Alright, fine, everything, see.
Ralph, I can only hear half of this conversation, but I don't like where it's going.
Yeah, he's being an ass. Can someone get down there and see if they can check it the normal way? Anyone here can swim? Yeah, send the shark, maybe. I need to figure out where the structural damage is and see if I can do anything to it.
You want to ask a shark about engineering?
I want to ask the shark where the big hole is or the missing bit, yes.
How about you get your plane headed back this direction? That thing
It's already
It
there.
should
What do you want
already
us to do?
be.
Oh yeah, it's in the
Yes.
neighborhood.
Yeah, what do you want it to do?
Well, put it into hover so that we can get everyone aboard.
Fair enough. I'll have
And
it
Make me
There.
perception.
Okay. Let's see. Would this be... This would be the Duke here. Alright. Total of a 20.
Yeah, that's fairly good enough. You can hear helicopters in the distance.
Helicopters incoming. Anyone got eyes on those things?
Because you are tapped into the brand management security forces comm system, those are their helicopters. They're talking about evac being on its way.
Yeah, it seems they're evacing completely. They're not going to want to save anything. Joey, I need you to do me a favor. Come here. Zip on over here.
When it's her turn.
Yeah, we're still in initiative order.
Yeah, no, I'm explaining what I want her to do. Effectively, I want her to come over to the Duke.
I think
And-
you've spent a round's worth of time in
Oh,
conversation.
no, yeah, my turn's over. Yeah, my turn. Done. I'm just, he's explaining that he wants her to come over here. He's going to hand her what is effectively a very big PDF drive. Or, sorry, not a PDF drive,
Flash drive.
yeah, that. And basically download everything onto it. From, like, everything they can. I'm basically going to have her give me remote access to their computers. I'm going to hack her computers. I'm going to take all their data and shove it in our tower and be damned the consequences for now because they're being assholes about it. And we don't have time, and this place is going to sink.
Just before your turn is passed off, please make me another perception.
Sure. Slightly higher.
The shaking is getting larger.
Oh, yeah, show me do that really fast, please. Thank you.
Agent Mariner is going to continue rounding up his men. He's taking Tenfold with him because they're not going to be taking them with the evac, but well, he's not going to let Tenfold just be off somewhere else.
Mhm.
Oh, and my plane is autopiloting. There, most likely. That's where
I'm
most
going
of
to
us are.
find a good token for that at some point.
You know, it's kind of humongous, and it's not going to be on the map often.
Yeah, I'll take a quick look around for something appropriate.
How are we getting on it from here?
You can jump, I can
Jump,
fly. The Duke, well, I guess we need to hover low enough to pick up Duke and
Oh, that's right.
Heartbreaker.
We did decide it can hover, didn't we?
Yes, because there's
Okay.
no mechanical difference.
And it is kind of sensible that it can. From up here, like, the Duke has that much money. And is that good, he could just build it if he needed to.
I'll just go ahead and move the brand management over on Agent Mariner's turn because there won't be any real difference before then. Alan! Ghostlight is falling.
Right. Does she look particularly solid now?
She looked solid to begin with, it's just that things went through her.
Right. Is Washout bobbing on the surface?
Yeah, he's floating. He does not seem to have any problem staying up there.
If I'm going to be attempting to save people, I can't think of any ways that Alan can do it better than one at a time. So he's going to fly down, try and grab the falling body of Ghostlight, and deposit her on the deck for collection. Anything you'd like me to check for that?
For grabbing her. You wouldn't have any problem catching up to her.
Well, she's an unresisting target. If you're talking about the grab standard action, you just grabs her. She's unconscious. You can't put up a fight.
Yeah, that's true.
So, roll not a 1.
Say,
I do have a strength mod of 0.
yes, but I want to check something about
I'm asking whether or not the jetpack can lift you. The answer is bloody yes, it can.
Yes, that's not a problem.
She's still she's still tangible because of Nullify for now. That last
Right, to
combat.
ensure that you can actually fly the jetpack properly while holding her, please make me an agility check.
Okay.
That's fair enough.
That'll do it. So go ahead and move her to where you would like within your range of movement.
Alley-oop. Anywhere adjacent to there.
She is definitely solid, that's for sure. But Geomate did something.
Right. And, how's her, skull type regions?
Hard to tell unless you want to make a pertinent skill check. There's lots of blood.
She's probably a lot uglier than she once was. Because you shot her in the face. With an Uzi. Christ.
Well, it took a divot out of her nose. And that's bleeding kind of profusely. She also appears to have cuts on both sides of her forehead.
Right.
So you didn't hit her directly in the face.
All right. I shall call that good news for the moment. And oh god, I'm still gonna be sick. Alan takes his canteen, shrugs, and just tosses it over the edge of the platform.
She'll be one boozed up fish later.
Well, remember, as far as you guys know, that was full of coffee.
Coffee.
Real good coffee.
That will be Alan's turn, unless he wants to exhaust himself further.
That's it.
Kid Singularity is unconscious. He'll need to be vacated before this thing collapses, unless you find a way to make it stop. Heartbreaker has news to report from his fishy friend.
Alright.
There are no fish in the waters around this station. At all.
That's troubling. That means the fish know something as bad is happening and or something big is around.
There doesn't appear to be any marine life at all, actually.
Huh.
Volcano Cielo Blow.
And because the shark actually is knowledgeable about the subject, it doesn't seem like there has been in a while.
I guess they might have been testing the water around here and that's been driving off the sea life. If it's...
We can speculate on that later.
I don't know,
Right now-
it's weird.
Shaky, and they say they're evacuating. Something's wrong. Let's not hang out to find out what.
Yeah, Heartbreaker, because he's still on the roof, will go over towards Kid Singularity. But for now, Dr. Light, with the laser beam eye shark, will swim down below to try and see, with its most basic of sharky senses, what's wrong with the station.
If it's missing a pillar, guess what the problem is?
Just a moment.
Looks like there's supposed to be 4 on each side, so...
I
mean,
mean,
you can't see all 4.
Tell, the station is shaking because the ground below it is shaking.
Motherfucking son of a bitch, I swear to God, if it's Lord Quake again, I'm gonna set my foot so far up his face, he's gonna be tasting his own teeth.
Whether it's Lord Quake or not, that is what you know now. It is because the ground below the station is shaking.
Well, I can't stop the Earth from moving, more's the pity, so...
Probably a good thing that you can't.
You're a mad scientist. Shouldn't you have something to do that?
I need like an hour to build it first, okay? I can't do it on the fly.
Crux
I would
of
have thought you just
washout
had it sitting around.
are floating in the water. Crux is being
Nah,
carried.
I went for the
washout is
moon
not.
laser.
The brand management soldiers have moved already.
I'm the
Ghost
kind of mad
Light
scientist
has
who
been
thinks up, not
Manhandled.
down.
Yep, Tenfold is being carried. Chain is being carried.
Most of them are pretty well handled.
Tell me, before you do anything else, please make me a perception. That's a bad roll, but you don't need a very good one to notice this. So 2 rounds ago, the shaking was moderate. A round ago, the shaking was bad. This round, the shaking is very, very bad.
Ralph, I don't think I got time to just screw around with computers.
Fuck. Alright, y'all, let's get out of here. Safety first. Do a sweep of the room if there's any people still strapped in here, otherwise, like, get as many people as you can out.
It's already clear.
Alright, let's get out of here.
Yeah, that will work for now.
Sure,
Oh
why not?
god.
It's about the right. Thumpa, 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 thumpa.
Yes, that will work.
Best top down of a non-helicopter VTOL I could find.
It's fine, it works.
Yeah, I had a hell of a time searching for those before.
Hey, I'll take it.
We should move it up to here, because it should be in a place where the Duke can actually get to it.
Thumpa, thumpa, thumpa.
But there we go. Chome, what are you doing?
I'm gonna carry him.
Okay, you definitely have strength enough to do that.
Yeah.
Please make me roll agility check if you're jumping with him. Or acrobatics, rather.
Let's go with acrobatics.
Yeah, you're fine.
Yeah, I'll use my plus 20. So yeah, we're going. Oh god, I'm underneath the plane now. That was a mistake.
We can leave you there for now and show you that you are in the plane. As will be Singularity. Okay, Duke.
Well, wait a minute, what the damn do I care? Hey, I don't give a damn. Y'all go on ahead. I rip open the whatever's in my way where I'm standing. Floor, goodbye. No more floor where I am standing. And locate the first computer I see and hack the shit out of that shit.
Okay. You don't have any problems getting into it, that's for sure.
And if there's nothing in this room, I go through the wall and find one.
You could find a computer. There's a computer in almost every room.
Alright, that'll do. Taking that one, hacking the shit.
Again, you don't have any problems hacking into it because it is a marine research facility.
I know, I'm copying every inch of data they have in the entirety of the facility into my own
that
private
you can
records.
access from that terminal.
Yeah, I'm hoping they work. I'm hoping, they don't have... No, they probably do. Yeah, I'll take what I can.
Well, you can copy it all, that's for sure. But
Yeah, I
as
think
it's going
everything I
by,
can.
you'll notice that it is mostly just research on fish and stuff.
Hey, they'll at least appreciate me saving their goddamn research.
Sure, why not?
Even if it's no use to us, I'm at least doing something nice for them, and I'm not like I'm in danger of drowning here.
Hmm.
I mean, yeah, it might take me a day to walk to shore. Oopie doodles.
Calling it now, Duke gets to ride the world's first orbital cannon, and I don't mean the kind that shoots downwards.
Oh, no. Oh, well, I got to space like I wanted. Quickly,
All
use the
the
moon laser
soldiers
inside
are
my secret
moving.
base. Has a tractor capability.
Alan.
I am going to
Get on
Grab-
the frickin'...
grab Ghostlight and try and get into the try and get on board. If this requires dropping Ghostlight, then
You have a
You will
jetpack,
feel-
you just... in.
yeah, but I had to make that check in
Yes,
order
make,
to.
make an agility check to jetpack with Ghostlight. If it is going to fail, you can drop her. In this case, it will if you do not drop her.
I aim for somewhere soft when I let go.
Okay, you're going to drop her in the water?
Yes.
Into the water she goes.
And
Well,
You're a
all of it,
hero.
Anyway.
the alternative is dropping her on the hard deck plate, and she's taken enough to the head already. However, as I enter the transport, I am going to notice Washout bobbing down in the waves there and give him the middle finger as I enter the plane.
He does deserve it, even if he is being controlled. Kid Singularity is unconscious. Heartbreaker will dismiss Dr. Light and instead call Mr. Hops. This is going to bring him back over from over here.
We're gonna need to start collecting these unconscious peoples. Because they're not gonna want to keep them.
Perhaps. And then they will teleport straight onto the plane. Mr. Hops has apparently decided he wants to be on top of the Osprey.
Sure, why not?
Because you dropped him onto the map after I dropped the Osprey.
Just right-click the Osprey, bring the front, and you're good.
It's not particularly important right now, but okay, someone's done it anyway.
Well, in that case, put him at the frickin'... I was gonna say put him at the pilot. You know, the nose.
Okay.
Hey, he can fly, right?
Yeah, he's a rabbit. They can fly.
Crux is being carried by the brand management soldiers. Washout is bobbing. Brand management soldiers have done their movement. But on this turn will be their when their helicopters appear. I got a token for them.
The airspace is now officially too goddamn crowded.
Right, I made these a little differently, but they're still helicopters, so that's the thing. They are not nearly as big as Ralph's jet.
Of course not. They're only whirlybirds.
And they're not playing country music like Ralph's Jet.
So they have some advantages.
Yes.
Can we get out of here before things blow up?
Ghostlight will hit the water. Now, initiative is over. But that is for a reason. The shaking will continue, and it will continue to grow. Ralph, it occurs to you that staying on this platform was a very bad idea.
Hooray for terrible decisions!
Please don't knock the plane out of the air. Please don't knock the plane out of the air.
You have a jetpack, you're fine! You have no freaking way to complain. Okay, you have every right to complain, but compared to others.
Proceed.
You can see the pillars on the north end start to buckle.
That's gonna suck for somebody.
You actually see a piece of one pillar go flying out further into the ocean as it abruptly snaps.
Huh, that went a bit distance. I better leave.
Just
I
a
say,
moment, I'm going
as
to
the
do
entire
something.
thing detonates and, I don't know, Gorgia rises from the depths.
Ooh, I didn't notice that had happened. That's a
It's
problem.
more Baragon than it is Gorgia.
I didn't test something properly. I'm a dumb.
Yeah. We all have our dumbs. It's okay.
I
Can we
too have
backtrack
had
it?
I too have had cutscene failures.
Yeah.
Let's move everything for just a second there. I should be able to fix this.
Okay.
Everybody
Yes,
GTFO.
that. Jeff
Dio
fixed
needs
it.
private time with the map.
I'll just line the Duke up properly. Yeah, that's where he should be. Duke. As the station is starting to list a bit, please make me an initiative check.
Could you use Control E to bring the monitor computer over to the map?
Oh,
I can't access the Switch map control at the moment. Thank you.
That's
we go.
agility, right? Not dexterity. Yeah, it's agility.
yes.
Yep.
I got the average.
10 is what you needed, though. You
Alright.
have enough time to run south just a couple feet. So do so as you will. Up to 15
South.
down on this map.
Why am I going south precisely?
Because it is tilting to the north.
Oh. So, okay.
If you want
I
to fall in the
turn into
ocean,
a
by all
truck.
means.
I turn to a truck. Doop doop doop, you know, I can't do the sound, sorry. And I fucking leave.
No, you don't have enough time for that.
Oh my gosh, well, I'm way faster as a truck, and the truck turning into a truck takes
30
no
feet,
actions.
Feel free to drive through walls. There, yes, you can get to there.
Ramp off of those explosive
Like, as
barrels.
a truck, I'm as fast as Xiaomi runs. It's a truck.
Now, just a moment.
Hey, look, a wall. Pff, well, it's gone. That was sure troubling. What a difficult situation I'm in.
Those propane tanks totally couldn't have stopped me.
Well, they wouldn't. Sorry, propane doesn't make a strong enough explosion. Like anything, this is a Michael Bay moment. Everything explodes around me, and I launch myself out of the fucking building screaming.
You all get to see a new map.
Neat. Oh.
Yes, things aren't going well.
And the music changes just as that happens, of course.
Yes. As Point Forces lists and dips further into the ocean, you can see what lay beneath it rise to the surface. A massive craft, clearly alien in origin, pushes from beneath the waves and into the air. The
What the-
spaceship seems to pulse with a life of its own. Its silver hull shifts and catches the light in strange ways. Its viewports seem more like lens on a giant mask than windows to the craft's inner workings, and a mass of what looks like metallic scar tissue can be seen running across one whole side of the oblong craft as it pulls itself upright to float several hundred feet above the water. Several tendrils grow before your eyes out of the ship's hull, scanning equipment, communications devices, or perhaps some sort of weapon systems. Can't really say. And now you'll get to see what this is properly. There you go.
I need a bigger gun.
Before you can react, a voice comes from the ship. It echoes through you on all levels of your being. You can hear it in your ears, feel its reverberation between your body, and sense it tickling at your brain. It sounds shrill, deep, chaotic, and musical all at once. It says, "Attention, lesser sentience. You are interfering in matters beyond your limited ability to comprehend. You will cease your interference immediately. You cannot stop what was set in motion millennia ago. Too long I waited to gather the forces I require. No longer distracted with your misguided attempts to control or hinder the army I have built. Continue, and the consequences will be dire for both you and this planet. Cease these distractions, and you may all yet survive. I now depart. Do not follow. Ignore this warning at your peril. There will be no others." So speaks Kallax, the Redeemer. With that, the ships begin to shake, energy from deep within building up to be released. Before you can react, a wave of shining silver light issues forth, temporarily blinding you. In the moment it takes your eyes to readjust, Telex has vanished. In the distance, you can see more brand management aerial transport and gunships approaching. This can't be good.
Hey, yes, remember that thing where we said if we wanted the biggest gun you had, you give us the biggest gun you have? We need the biggest gun you have.
Aegis.
Aegis, sorry.
Also, am I filming a strange lag on the audio stream?
A little bit.
Lag or moments of silence?
Moments of silence.
Okay, I've been trying to figure out where that was sourcing from. Hold just a second.
It seems to be taking a moment to buffer.
Yeah, I see why that's happening.
Song too intense.
No, no. There are some mild internet connectivity issues going out of Vancouver. Did I mention that there's about 15 forest fires going on in my province?
Oh, lovely.
Oh, so your country's on fire too. So is mine.
Yeah. I mean, it's every year your country, but, you know, we usually have 1 or 2 at a time. There's an awful lot at this time of year. In fact, for the first time in my lifetime, there was one that, pardon me, yellowed the skies where I live. So, yeah, I just checked some of the connections going out of Vancouver, where my web server is, and yeah, they're having some issues because a couple of the lines that leave Vancouver, there's only like 4 and 2 of them go overseas, are actually underneath fire at the moment. So if you're having small hiccups in the music...
Understandable. In any case, the giant spaceship has vanished.
Crap.
With quite a bit of a warning.
Well, the good news is, everything didn't explode. Let's grab the remaining, stormers bobbing in the water, and Alan leans out the door and throws up.
Well, the water's definitely churned up enough that nobody will really mind, I think.
I'm okay.
Is Duke going to drive straight off the platform?
It's that or drown the mundane way. I'd like to drown the awesome way. Actually, I'm going to yeehaw this direction and leap into my Osprey via, well, ramping. What do you think I'm going to do?
You can get into the plane without too much issue.
Yeehaw!
Now the question arises of what you're going to do about these stormers.
Land, come to a direct haul, like inches away from running someone down, poke my head out. That was awesome! Also, what the fuck was that thing? Other than tail axe, I got that part, but what? Aliens, what?
Yeah, Ralph, out of the, we need to grab who we can out of the water before Brand takes off with them.
What do you want me to do about that?
Before Brand just lets them drown.
While they're talking, Chiyomi's already going to just be diving after ghost lights.
Son of a bitch. Okay, give her your bloody jetpack, please.
She can swim and she can get out of there.
Yeah, but can you leap from water to my plane?
She can climb up onto the platform that's sunk.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Does the platform seem like it has settled there, or is it still slowly sinking?
It is sinking still, but it's slow enough that you can get onto it without needing to worry about it giving way under you.
Okay.
Alright. Fetch those that belong to us, then show me while you're down there, please. Alan, there's emergency coffee and emergency booze on that little slot right there near the wrenches. Heartbreaker, could you make sure the cockpit's all, intact and so on? Need to make sure everything's still running, so just make sure the blinky lights are on, alright? I need to go
Duke.
figure out what the hell that thing was.
Duke, you are still hacked into Brand Management's communications, I assume.
Yeah, I don't turn that off.
You can hear Agent Mariner yell out for you because he knows you're listening.
Why?
come pick up these damn stormers. We're not taking them.
Alright, give us a second. Our woman's on the way.
You're really gonna make her get each one of these people individually?
What do you want me to do? Sink?
Let's have Heartbreaker help.
Heartbreaker, go
Heartbreaker,
help.
you very much help. He'll send out Mr. Hops.
Yup. Shin was going after Ghost Slice because she might drown.
You'll have to climb back up to the, Well, actually, no,
Don't
you
forget
won't.
to grab,
You can go after Ghost Lights and make sure she doesn't drown, and Mr. Hops can get down to get you.
Someone grab Washout as well if he's still down there.
Washout can be teleported up.
What the hell was that thing? I'm like going through files using good. The good news is my plane probably took about 1,000 pictures of that stupid looking thing. So you know.
Oh yeah, you have plenty of images. I can make the token reappear anytime you want to refresh on what it looks like.
It's basically this big floating orb head that's been under the water for a while. The hell was it doing down there? Oh my god, this entire thing was a front. God, son of a...
I will say this because I didn't act it out at the time. The brand management soldiers were just as shocked as you were.
I'm aware, but I bet
I'm thinking
anything
the
this
bottom
thing's...
of this facility might have had something to do with that, but that's the most.
Maybe there's something in their data. I could probably find an inconsistency somewhere.
Considering that he was, that thing was trying to tell us to stop interfering with their soldiers, I'm gonna guess the people on our plane right now are their soldiers. Since they were attacking this place, I doubt they're on the same side.
Isn't the Legend of the Silver Storm that some big alien thing, you know, the big one over by the bridge came down and was like, I'm going to do a thing, did a thing, and here we are?
Ralph, you're checking the sensors on the jet?
Yeah.
Well, you know what signal was being used to control those stormers. That was still streaming in while Telax was rising. The stormers had just been conscious. It was not coming from Telax.
Telex wasn't controlling these people, apparently, from what I can tell of where the data is coming from. He's not the signal source.
By the way, while they're talking, Shelly Release is going to try to stop the bleeding on Ghost Lights.
You have no idea what to do.
Great. Can I at least put bandages on it?
Or maybe tell, hey, Ralph, there's someone here badly injured. Don't you know treatment?
You could stuff washcloths at her face.
Great.
I'm gonna handle it.
My character knows less about this than I do.
I work with biotechnology. I have treatment ranks. Why am I rolling a hick of 10, so 26?
You can get her bandaged up, but she's gonna be out of it for a while, and she'll probably have a concussion even when she's awake.
I got good news and bad news. She'll live. She won't be very pretty, unless she can afford certain kinds of surgery, and I don't have the kind of tools for that here, I'll be frank. But she will live. Might be out for a while. I lost a lot of blood.
The brand management helicopters are flying away, by the way.
Yeah, let's just get this thing on the move. We have our people. Hell. Alright, let's get the sails back to the tower. I'm gonna need a lot more. I'm gonna need equipment, and I need to get in contact with, Aegis.
Off the jet flies.
That big thing had to have done something with the wait, what was his name again?
Telax.
But Telex is the big robot over.
There you go. Who were you asking that in for?
No, I'm just
you
sitting
were
here.
asking the name of the robot.
Yeah, Telex
spaceship.
was the big robot. The spaceship was named,
The spaceship was Telax.
and the robot by the island is Telex.
That's on the monument on the Bay Bridge on Council Island.
Is also Telex.
Oh, lovely. That's actually a spoiler and shouldn't be there.
Go figure.
Yeah, that's a weird thing for them to have there. Forget you saw that, okay?
Saw what?
The thing that's been there since the start of the campaign on the map inside the player's manual.
This is not the
Joe.
giant mecha you're looking for.
Okay.
It'll
It's
make
like,
sense.
that's
It'll
weird.
make sense later.
Alright, sense later.
We get to have our Pacific Rim moment in the later half of the season.
Okay, 1,000 jillion dibs on growing Duke big enough to do that. But anyway.
Just a moment, please.
Telex. Great floating head thing.
Yes.
Okay, Alan, you know people. Specifically, you know people. I need you to look through the non-officials' knowledge on this kind of thing. I'm gonna go through the official channels and see what little I can, gather from Aegis, who's not gonna want to say any goddamn thing. Aegis is probably just gonna say,
Aegis.
Aegis?
Aegis.
Sorry, I keep saying it quickly. Aegis. Aegis is not gonna want to tell me anything because I never want to tell anyone anything. But I'm still gonna
They
poke
are
him.
a secret organization.
Yes,
I'm
one
still
moment. Ralph, when are you giving these orders to Alan?
Not now. Wait till we get on land.
Alan, is nap time.
Yeah, I could tell how he looks. He doesn't want us to do anything. Yeah, he's just gone through his horror. Leaving him alone. Once we're on land, we'll talk.
Let's see. Okay, you've rounded up all the stormers and brought them back to the tower.
So could someone get on the Chilme Heartbreaker? Could you get on the horn with Mars if he's available? I need to fly the plane. Well, I don't need to. I want to, and I want to think.
You can tell that some of these stormers are actually starting to wake up a bit if anybody's watching them.
Yeah, I'm not letting them out of my sight.
Heartbreaker, get on the horn with Mars if you can. He's picking up.
Okay, do you want to be calling Mars or doing something about these waking up stormers?
Yeah, I.
Want me to punch them?
In Heartbreaker's stead, I suggest he summon the goose and have it sit on his lap, and he'll just pet it and occasionally look
Dangerous.
specifically at these captured stormers.
Who's waking up first, actually?
You give us
Waking
double, and
up
I give you
first.
another goosing.
Just a moment here. Yes, waking up first is Tedfold, who is very groggy and looking around confusedly and mostly seeming out of it. Because of his restrained nature, you can tell the most important thing, his eyes aren't silver.
That's a step.
I put it on autopilot so I can get in there and watch him too. The jet just head straight for the tower.
Where am I?
What's
Howdy.
the last thing you remember?
I had put on my costume. I can't think.
That is a stressful situation for those who have recently had their mind hijacked.
What?
You're not in here because you went on a shopping spree, guy. You're in here because you tried to steal a few things, a bit more valuable than usual, and I think you punched Chilme in the face once or twice. Did he actually
Who?
hit you at any point? I forget. He did once.
I think he actually hit me once. Yeah.
Yeah, not the first time, like second round.
Oh.
Just flashing kind of a smile.
Tenfold looks confused, and he seems to try to make the motion to rub his head, but his arms are being held, and he doesn't try to break them at the moment. I remember someone talking to me.
Yeah, any idea what they were saying? Female.
It's female, but I don't know. It said words.
So you don't remember exactly what they said, but it was definitely a feminine voice.
Yeah.
Oh, that's something. Better than nothing. Huh,
Mars
so-
will pick up.
Oh my god. Hey, Mars. You got, like... You sitting down?
yes.
Cool. You know the oh, gone forgot the name of it. Where we just fucking were, something institution.
Point Forces.
Yes, that. Yeah, that. You know how they had their own little private lab on a gonna call it
Ocean
a getaway.
platform.
Yeah, it's called that. Ocean platform. Yeah, it turns out it was sitting on top of a gigantic floating alien spacecraft head called Telax. And he's telling us to sod off and stop interrupting him so he can do whatever in the universe he's doing.
A spacecraft.
Biggin, I got pictures.
Are
Like,
you
send him a
absolutely
couple.
sure of this? It
I
was
sent him like 9
extraterrestrial.
pictures. I sent him like 9 pictures of it.
I see the images, Mr. Hardock, but it could still be a terrestrial craft.
They called itself Telax. It's this giant floating thing that was underneath the Earth. I don't think it's something anyone built without us noticing.
In a very distant and somewhat lost tone of voice, Alan pipes up. Interrupting plans set in motion millennia ago.
Ah. That would be a point in favor of spacecraft.
Man, look at the bloody size of this thing. And it has an opinion.
Get back to the tower. There's work we need to be doing in this case.
Yeah, I'm getting on that. Get Aegeus. Aegeus?
This is not a pleasant development.
Get S.H.I.E.L.D. on the line and let me just inform them of the situation at some point after we talk. You just know they're gonna listen.
Please, if you're going to make that joke, at least get Buckler on the line so that we can.
Get Tower Shield on the line.
In any case, you can get back to the Emerald Tower without any of the other stormers waking up. Tenfold seems content to sit there and try to find his marbles.
Fair enough. We do have holding facilities inside the tower, I presume.
Yes.
Good. Guess where they're going. In the anti-evil shit room you go for now. Everyone, before we get on with the whole alien from a million billion years ago nonsense, take 5, take a breather, do whatever it is you're doing online, cause shit's gonna get tough from here, I think. I'll go find something to screw with, maybe.
Ralph, you get a ping.
Yeah, what? Hello?
It's Mars.
Howdy.
Did you capture those stormers?
Aye.
We're going to need to take a look at them.
Free to visit.
I would appreciate if you and the others were around.
Listen, Mars. That was kind of rough. I'll be frank here. I'm up for it. I just don't know if you want to put that much stress on us right now, especially Alan.
Just
Give us like 5-10 minutes. The world can spin for 10 minutes at us. We're not the only heroes on this planet.
True, but most of them are off-planet.
Fair enough. Send out a distress beacon and have them haul their dumb asses back while we still can. For
I
now,
believe it's already been
give
done,
us 10.
actually.
Good. Give us 10 minutes. Just 10. Alright?
Bring at least one of the stormers to the lab when you're done.
Yeah, no worries. I'll bring them. Alright, take 10, everyone. After that, we gotta, do our jobs.
Let's make sure that it's the lot of us that escorts them down to holding cells 1 through 5 or whatever they are.
6.
1 through 6. There you go.
Oh, right.
Roman the Gale cells. Honestly, Duke is carrying most of them at this point. Because they're still unconscious except for one guy.
What kind of security staff do we have here to watch the holding cell?
Turrets.
Mars Tech Security, and yeah, mechanized turrets and such, like what you saw in the training room.
And power dampeners in the cell themselves. Cells.
Did we get those?
If the police have them, we better have them.
Yes, you do have
Okay.
some. They are not the mobile type.
Okay, good. Alright, in that case, Alan is going to go to his room.
Y'all got 10. Meet me in the cell room when you guys had your 10 up.
Guess Chum is gonna go get a bite to eat. That's tiring.
By all means. I unfold a small, probably some sort of Chinese checkers game, some sort of single player, like intelligence-based, just fiddle. I play like 3-layer chess with myself, I don't know.
Get out a 4-dimensional Sudoku puzzle.
Yeah, 4-dimensional Sudoku and just go nuts. Well, he needs to stay mentally sharp right now, but he can't really stress himself out over this issue, so he's doing something that completes both. Keeps him sharp, but isn't stressful.
And I imagine Heartbreaker will be relaxing for a bit.
He probably suntans on the roof or something silly.
Yeah, that sounds appropriate.
With a bunch of ants fanning him.
Yep, hundreds of ants just fanning him.
Not with a palm frond, just with more ants.
Yes.
Exactly. And he's wearing a cape made of ants.
It's one of those reflecty things made of ants just using their carapaces to reflect light.
Yes, exactly. Regardless, Duke, where are you doing your,
Sudoku puzzle?
Yes.
Just outside the prison area, just so someone's close by.
Okay. Because Mars is going to be in the lab.
Good for him.
After a brief while, Alan will find his way to the lab. He still looks like he has been through hell, because he is still recovering from the heaps of alcohol he was imbibing in order to cope.
He got lucky enough to not be struck by anything, though.
Yes.
Besides being pulled by one gravity well at one point.
And touched by ghostly hands.
So many women would argue that's not a bad thing.
Well, that's about the appropriate silence distance there.
But yes, Mars is in the lab. He'll wave to Alan as he comes in distractedly. He's kneeling over some computer himself.
Good to see you in the flesh for, what's it been, almost a month? You don't make many appearances.
Not in person, no. This seemed appropriate.
Sometimes wonder if you were maybe a shadow founder of Cisco, just so that you could actually get things done from more than one place at a time.
I'm afraid not. Mars Tech is my only company.
Says the man who owns a company that owns at least a half dozen companies I could name.
They are all Mars Tech.
Yeah, I suppose so. What do you got on the screen over there?
The nanites.
Alright, I'll try not to sneeze. What's up?
Trying to determine how we might trace back where they're being controlled from. I imagine Mr. Hardock has done the same.
Say, you didn't get those out of an old coffee mug, did you?
No.
Just checking.
I have a feeling I shouldn't ask about that. Regardless, having the others nearby might be good for if we do discover anything. Are they all recovering?
I'm
Howdy.
surprised. Yep, there he is.
I come in bringing in whichever one is... Well, actually, I'm going to bring in Tenfold because he's conscious and agreeable.
Yeah, he's been generally helpful.
I mean,
He's
yeah,
definitely
dumber
much
than a
more
brick,
awake
but-
now.
I mean, yeah, he's either dumber than a brick or so shaken up his brain cells have been jarred, but either way, he's passive, and I'll take that.
He's standing right there.
Is he going to disagree with me?
He's just kind of looking at you.
You going to disagree with me? That's what I thought. Alright then, so either way, he's jarred or a bit dim in the head. Either way, it's be being nice, so let's be nice back and not use the really pokey bits, you know, the scanners. Alright then, you find anything new out? Because from what I've able to determine, the signal was coming from that spot, but it wasn't coming from Telex himself, which is weird.
Means someone else is involved in this little play of ours.
We're just traveling.
Or brand management isn't, what's name? If the signal was coming from that location, but not from Telex, maybe
The
something
signal was not coming from that location.
Oh,
The
right,
reason
it
you've
was-
gone to
they,
Point
yeah,
Forces was,
they
yeah.
were going to there. Gotcha. Okay, never mind.
And
never mind.
that Ralph had tracked the change in Redshift Energy's stock
Yep.
system from Point Forces.
Right.
So we all should be asking why the hell Telex was underneath that spot to begin with, and why something was built directly on top of it. You know, that is a little suspicious. Tiny bit.
One would assume that a hostile intelligence could coordinate things over a long period of time to have that happen.
Yeah, which is troubling, which is why I took all their data before we left. I say proudly, uploading everything I got. Now, a lot of it's probably just going to be actual fish research, but we can look for at least some kind of changes or notable, like, explorations, like if they notice earthquakes at a certain time of day every month kind of thing, like, there might be something here. Even if it's not obvious.
Just from a first glance, it is all fish research.
Yeah, but is there any kind of weird, like, the fish have telepathic powers now and then?
No, you don't notice anything out of the ordinary right now.
Not even the fact that there was no fish in the area, like, they had to, like, go further off ever? Like,
That
ship
is a
had
good thing to note, because it is the one thing to note.
Fish were never around
Which,
there. They
there
always
was not
had to-
fish were never around there. There was fish there. And they built that facility when fish went away, trying to figure out why fish went away.
So, they built it when the fish went away?
Yes.
So they were studying there before, and then they built it to discover why the fish left. Okay, that's interesting.
They were studying the general area, and then fish left the area, and they're like, why have fish left? And they built their facility to try to figure out why.
Okay, and did they come to any conclusion on that?
No.
Didn't think so. Right, so whatever Telex was doing, he became active when the fish left. That's my guess. So he's been active for some years now.
Tenfold will look at Alan. I was planning on helping out, like you guys are. You know, punching bad guys.
Yeah, because that's what we do, alright?
It's what we're supposed to be doing.
Well, okay, you want to go punch the gigantic moon-sized spacecraft in the face? You do that. Me, I need a bigger gun.
Or a bigger fist.
Yeah, I'll take that, but then I come unwieldy. How about just a bigger Duke? You know, I've been trying to make a bigger one, but I never thought I'd be able to use it.
Wouldn't having a bigger fist already be having a bigger Duke?
Kind of would.
Mars
Maybe a bigger
will,
fist on a bigger Duke.
Mars will come over to Tenfold holding some kind of handheld scanning device.
Try non-evasive things, he's been nice.
I know what I'm doing, Mr. Hardhawk.
And he is still standing right here, Ralph.
Do you want me to tell him that we're not gonna
Tenfold,
I don't get
please
it.
off. Do what you need to. I don't want to be controlled by that bitch again.
You say that bitch. You know it's female, but is that all still?
All I got. I know she said something. I don't know what she said.
Damn it.
So Mr. Mars will go over and start running the scanner over his body. He'll fiddle with the controls a bit, and after a moment he'll call Ralph over to look at it. Please make me an either technology or expertise science.
I wonder which one I'm gonna take. How about technology? So, 30.
30 it is, okay?
I took a 10. 10 plus 20.
Mm-hmm. Okay, you are both
Over-the-shoulder
able
sciencing.
to... You're both able to tell that, well, the nanites are still as alien as they ever were. especially now that you know that they are most likely made by Telex.
Yeah, that's not good.
But you could tell from looking at them a bit closer, this wasn't an avenue that Ralph was looking at earlier. It should be possible to send feedback along that line they're being controlled from. The painful feedback kind.
So I'll repeat that. We could trace it, but it'd be
No, you cannot trace it. You can send feedback.
Oh.
It would definitely get the person's attention, though.
Well, yeah. There's no way for us to like tell, like, if we sent the feedback, unless that we blew whatever it is they're doing up, like, you know, there's an explosion in the city, we still wouldn't know where they were or what they were doing.
I'm up for giving it a punch in the nose.
I mean, yeah, punching the nose is satisfying, but it doesn't really do anything for us.
Mars
Actually,
tilts his head.
a distraction of that sort is a lot more than just finding out where they are. It's also slowing them down while we figure out where they are.
So you just want me to send painful punches to the face while we figure out where the punches are actually going?
I'm sure we can figure out something subtler than that.
Well, if I can send a punch to the face, I don't see why I can't send some kind of writer with it, tell me what the hell I'm hitting.
How do these things send back any signal, any data, any feedback like that?
It's hard to say, because it is alien technology. You can tell that they're able to send it out, but it is not how you would do it.
Well, I mean, do these need to be in someone and we take a taser to their junk? Or can we just...
How you would do it? Yeah. Well, we definitely would not be able to do it with the things we have at hand. Either Ralph or Mars would have to invent a proper device.
Alright. And maybe this isn't just gonna disrupt whatever's a, single origin point. Maybe these are connected to some sort of network that would be disrupted, so that might be worth our time.
It is notable that on doing so, the Stormer you would have to link this up to, because yes, the nanites are active only inside of a person.
So there's a chance this network might just be this network might just be like every Stormer, and we might just end up punching every Stormer painfully in the face for no reason.
Well, you would determine that quickly enough. You have more of them on hand. But the Stormer the source of this would suffer pain, but not nearly as much as anything else.
Well, hold on. Does it have to be a Stormer?
It has to be the
Someone with
nanites
this-
inside of someone.
Yeah, you offer to be shot up, because I don't know what they're gonna do to you, guy.
Yes, please recall that these nanites gave people superpowers.
Because I fucked if I know what's gonna happen if I give
And
you a
other
shot.
random mutations.
Like, we don't know. You might grow horns.
Because pain is kind of something I'm used to.
Are you volunteering to be shot up? Because if you are, you need to sit down and really think about that.
Mars
Ralph,
interjects.
Go
I
ahead.
very much object to this, if only because
It's
we have
hackable.
no guarantee that you will not be controlled in turn, despite whatever countermeasures we may create.
Well,
we
so
have no
far the
time
countermeasure I made
for-
for Heartbreakers, birds, and so on seems to be working. At least nothing's tried to take them. Whether or not that's because they don't want to, or because my machine is kind of up in the air.
We have no need for more variables at the moment.
Granted.
Well, we have a Stormer who's being awful polite here. Tenfold.
Hmm?
Bit much to ask, but we can send a, let's call it a punch to the face to that bitch who's controlling you. Trouble is, it's gonna be a touch on the painful side for whoever we use to punch with, if you get me. So if we do this and we use you, you're gonna be in some pain, but so's she. So,
Tenfold rubs his nose, which is basically the only part of his body that doesn't look like a perfectly sculpted Adonis.
lol.
It looks like it's been broken a few times.
Okay.
If it zaps her, zap me.
Alright, hold on, I'll get the waiver. Alright, there we go. Sign here.
He looks around for a pen.
Yeah, give him one.
He'll sign the waiver.
Alright then. I'm sorry, am I doing things too legal for you lot? Sorry, we have paperwork. We're official. Right then, that's enough to go off of. Alright, Mars, could you
Ralph,
give me...
that's not a legal document. That's just a thin piece of cracker with chocolate on top.
It's illegal enough for what we're doing, shut up. Also, no one eat that, we need that. Alright, Mars, could you fetch me, well, I'm gonna need that computer for this one, and I just point at one of, like, the 20 laptops I probably have. Because some of them I need to use in case they... Because if you're doing shit like this, they're gonna explode and burn out on you because of reasons sometimes. So I have spares.
Mars looks at him, then motions for one of the security guards in the room to go grab it.
Okay, fine.
Also, do we have any way of confirming that it's actually causing feedback while the nanites are still in him?
We might need to get one of the other stormers up here, just to see.
That
The main
would determine
danger
if
here
it's
is...
affecting the other stormers. We should be able to tell if it's transmitting feedback properly.
Yeah,
Whatever
the
happens
only
when it
danger
reaches
here
the
is if
other
it's
end.
gonna burn every stormer is the thing. The network might just be every stormer, which is problematic.
Okay, discuss amongst yourselves for a moment. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Like I said, the big danger is whether or not it's every stormer. If it's every stormer, this just got a lot harder to deal with. Because that's literally every stormer I have to trace, and that's no fun.
Oh, it unimpersonated me.
Y'all holding up all right? You all right, Alan? You look a bit, well, it looks like you went on a bender and lost.
That's an accurate assessment.
That wasn't coffee, was it? Back out there,
Was.
but it wasn't alone.
Irish coffee doesn't quite count.
Yeah, I'm on their boat.
It was coffee when I poured it in the flask.
Oh, okay. Right, you can do that. You regretting that now, or regretting it in 10 minutes?
I've been regretting it for the better half of the last half hour, yeah.
Alright then. I do have proper coffee in here somewhere. I think it's still a pot over by that half-built car.
Ralph, it's not a matter of blood alcohol content.
Drink water? Yeah, I know, you're fair scared of water. You better be able to drink a cup of water right now, because...
Ralph, who do you think you're talking to?
the fellow who decided drinking while on the job was a wonderful plan.
Give me your hand.
My hands are busy.
It can stay attached. Just hand it over a second.
There you go. I'm like typing with one hand.
Alan grabs your hand in a good shake, and your hand starts feeling really itchy after a second, and he lets go.
Alright, my hand's itchy. Alright,
Yeah.
look at it.
Yeah, the sweat on your hand just went to a nice dilute hydrochloric.
Scratch, scratch, scratch.
No, don't scratch too bad. You don't want to get it under the skin. Ralph, if there's alcohol in my blood, I just turn it back into water. That's not the problem.
Still stressed from going out there?
How do you think?
Well, you're
I-
surrounded by land now. We're in a tower. We're up and pretty solidly down at the same time. Nothing below us to drown in. Most water we have is the bathroom.
Ralph, I just shot some woman in the face for
Yeah, that
no
was-
greater crime than
That
trying
was
to
you?
mess around with me.
I thought one of them did that. You shot her in the face. I was on the other side of the bloody building at the time. I heard the
Sorry
shoot.
about that.
You shot her in the face? Because that was some bad shooting. That's like in her face to the face. I thought one of the guards did that.
No, Ralph, I am not concerned with the fact that I am now over dry land. I'm fine. I'm even sober at this point. That's not changing the fact that I just went on the mother of all drunken benders, shot someone in the face, tried to drown some other guy just to be vindictive about it, and only made it out of that situation intact because of a bag of volatiles that was burning away on my back, pointing anti-gravity words. I have just gone through not just one of the most unpleasant experiences of my life, but I did some of the most unpleasant things I've ever had to do while doing it.
It's
Just,
not cold to get to shoot someone in the face. You must have been real out of it. She'll
I'm not
live,
looking forward to
by the by.
repeating this stunt if you keep this up. Just give me time.
I gave you time, but if it makes you feel better, she is gonna live.
Thanks only to the miracle of strong bone skulls.
And I had to patch her up.
Ralph,
Hey,
what DC of inventing can you do without rolling?
30? Oh, wait,
Okay,
inventing? Inventing, like building a thing. That's a little different than technology.
Designing.
Designing, without rolling. Huh. That one's a bit of a pickle. So just the strongest thing that I could make without rolling. Alright, let's see. Designing.
Like, what would be the highest thing you can do as a design check without actually rolling?
Without actually rolling.
Is it low?
Yeah, are you talking like if he chooses to take a routine, or if he
Yes.
chooses to take a 1?
If he chooses to take a routine.
So, assuming... Okay. Assuming I have all the time in the world. You know, whatever. A DC... So 30, so... 20. So, yeah. It would be a rank 20 design, I guess.
Okay, then you're fine. In order to construct the feedback device, you would need a DC 16 design check.
I can do that in, let's see. So it's DC 16, that means it's 6 points. I can, so that's 6 hours of work, minus, let's see. How many hours of work is that? 6 pointers, so that's... Because unfortunately it uses time ranks to tell me how far back I can go, like how much I can reduce it, but it uses direct hours per point. So it might take me 4 hours to do something, like in sheer points, but if I reduce it, it reduces by time ranks, not by hours, so it gets a little complicated. So let's see. Normally this would take 4 days to design. I can reduce it to 1 day. For 16
Day to
points.
design for DC 16.
Well, let's see. It's an hour per point. It's 6 points. So that's... Oh, whoops, I did it wrong. Sorry, I started at 16, not 6. Never mind, it'd go from taking me 8 minutes to 2 minutes. Wait, no, that's wrong. Okay, how many hours am I... Damn it, I forgot. It's working with
Okay,
hours per...
6 hours is rank 11.
So an hour. Yeah, no, an hour. God damn it.
Marv
go
is
down
volunteering to build this device as you design it to cut time.
Okay, I don't know how much time that cuts. Not much, but some, I guess.
He's offering to help. You should probably take it.
No, I'm taking his help. I'm just saying it's not gonna reduce time by as much as he thinks it does.
He invents things. He knows how much it cuts time by.
Okay, you're probably not gonna be able to tell me his skill rank. We're going to assume it's at or better than mine.
I
Okay?
can tell you his skill rank. Hold on.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
It's around here somewhere. I forget which.
99 here.
Million.
no. It's not that good. That'd be kind of fun.
Assuming his rank is at mine, he can reduce it down by theoretically one.
Which rank are you looking for?
Technology, how many points he has?
What is your rank?
20.
Yes.
That's my total
21.
with my int, like everything.
He has technology 21.
Okay, so we're slightly better at it. Okay, he's just as intelligent as me, and because he's starting on it as I'm building it, and we're both tech heads, I'm going to say he can reduce it by an extra time hour, which brings it to 4 hours. So it takes me a couple minutes to design and 4 hours for us to build.
That sounds about right.
Normally it'd take, this is 8 hours for me alone, because I'd have to design then build, but because he's there building it as I design it, knock off time rank.
Yep. So then the rest of you have you have time to spend as Mars and Ralph are making full use of the tech lab.
Alan is going to go down to the gym and punch something.
Not a bad thing to do. What's Chioma be doing?
Well, she's kind of resting up enough to get rid of, well, all of the things she accrued during the fight.
Sure.
Maybe checking in on the prisoners and seeing how they're doing.
Checking on the prisoners would show that at least one more of them has woken up. Woken up, rather. It is Chain. She is not in the best of moods, and she will glare at Chiome.
Which one of us knocked her out? I forget.
She was taken out by a stomach ulcer.
Right. I know I crit punched somebody, I just don't remember who.
Well, she would just eye her up and down, but not really say anything. Not if she's glaring like that.
Gonna tell me why I'm in here?
Well, we found you on an oil rig / research facility trying to kill everyone on it.
And she seems legitimately confused by that. That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, there's something messing with all the Stormers, so we're trying to figure it out. Until then, keeping you in here keeps you from being taken over.
She'll just kind of turn away from you. It doesn't seem like she quite believes you.
Doesn't matter to me.
Nobody else is awake. Ralph, while you're inventing, it is very obvious to you that Mars is very familiar with your type of inventing. You know, the kind of super heroic power type of inventing.
No, no, don't we know his past? I think at some point we figured. Yeah,
He told Alan. Whether Alan told anyone else, I'm not sure.
Fair enough. You're awful good with these here. This kind of pseudoscience, super science, whatever the hell they call it. You know. Didn't think you'd ever get your hands dirty in this sense.
Considering foe and the other things in this city, one kind of has to.
Yeah, but aren't you rich enough to where you just have people on staff do that for you 9.9 times out of 10?
Sure, but I wasn't always.
Man, you got a point there. What did you do for this? Not this. I mean, like, you know, Mars, but you had to come from somewhere.
He cracks a bit of a smile at that one. Didn't look at my museum.
Well, I was gonna, and then the roof collapsed. And then you walked into a portal, so, you know, stuff happened. What, was it full of year past?
That was most of it, yes.
Is that still intact, by the by? I don't know how bad the structural damage was, and I'm hoping it didn't ruin anything.
Should be. I imagine they're still repairing the skylight, but
I'll have to swing by then. Let's
it's
be honest,
a bit
Mars.
of a complicated story.
Yeah, and hey, no one's story is easy. Not Alan's, not mine. No, well, mine's easier than most, but even still. The pickle here, though, is, this is getting kind of big. Like, it's one thing to be, you know, protecting the city and all that, but I always thought, intergalactic space things that are thousands of years old was a little above my pay grade, at least right now.
Yes, one would assume this would be the Freedom League's territory, but with most of them off-planet already handling one of these threats.
There's more than one now. Wonderful. Aren't we the luckiest planet?
Quite. We will have some things to discuss after we finish
I
what we're
hope
doing
you can
here.
pull some fucking strings with Aegis, because strong as we are and as good as we are at what we do, we're not that level. I don't think we're gonna win if we have to fight that thing without backup.
Aegis aren't nearly as powerful as they think they are.
They still got big guns. I could use that.
You would think so.
What? Did they retire the Tesla coil thing they used back on that one incident involving some sort of mountain that walks? I don't remember. The news get weird at that point.
That was not strictly theirs.
What, they took it from someone? Someone else has that? I have one.
Borrowed, stole, was lent to, whatever words you want to use.
Well, if they can get their hands on more of them, or just that one again, you know, it's something.
Hmm.
I mean, yeah, okay, even if they don't have anything that's theirs, they can clearly get their hands on things, so that's useful.
To some extent. There will be some information to share, but it will only become relevant after we're done here.
Alright. And in case I'm not being clear, if you are hiding any kind of super doom laser thing, you know, we're saving for that one day that comes eventually for us all, now's not a bad time to tell me about it.
Bars keeps his mouth shut.
I won't judge. I really won't.
And he's going to keep inventing. They don't have anything else that they're planning to do during the time before this is completed.
Said it was going to be 4 hours-ish?
Yes.
Yup.
That would put it into this evening, yes?
Yes.
Right. To the mess hall for mess.
Lots of mess.
Big plate of mess.
Jome? Still just sleeping everything off.
No, I don't think she probably needs that long. She probably will need another meal, because this stuff tends to run her kind of hot.
Her hot joke.
Yeah.
Brad, where are you?
One person has. At least from what you can tell with the portion missing.
Right up.
It might be that a few people took very, 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 very little of it, but more likely that one person just took an actual decent amount.
Someone won a bet. Or lost a bet, that's how you view it.
There are a few security members in the mess hall, and they look at the mystery spice, then back to Alan.
What? Ain't never heard of a break room tradition?
Not like that, sir.
Hmm. Yeah, don't worry. This one's a little milder. Shouldn't require a run to the clinic. Maybe a brisk walk to it.
They all look at each other and go back to eating their food. A little quicker. So Chiome is getting food as well.
Yeah, probably near the end of the hours.
Will she partake of Alan's mystery spice?
Nah, she's got things to do later in the day.
No one could really blame her. Well, at some point later in the day, Ralph and Mars will have finished constructing their device, which is mostly strapped onto a table.
With duct tape.
No, it's more like they commandeered a gurney. Because you need to hold the person down while they're being zapped.
Yeah, this is kind of suck for someone. The
Shouldn't hurt as much as other things
super
would
resistant
happen.
metals. Because this guy's strong, so we're gonna need some really. Yeah, they should work.
You have enough around, really.
Yeah, we got strong enough clamps and whatnot. I mean, this is the same place where I work on the Duke, so there's probably some really strong metals around. Well, this is gonna suck to be him.
Tenfold has been kind of waiting around under someone's watchful eye, whether it was security guards or otherwise.
Well, we're busy, so someone else. Maybe Heartbreaker.
Yeah, Heartbreaker doesn't really have anything else he's planning on doing. He and his aunts will make sure that Tenfold's sitting pretty. Tenfold will be very glad to see all of you again when he's ushered back into the lab, because there are no ants in the lab.
Mm-hmm.
I called this ant Wixaspitlick.
He doesn't call the ants anything. They call themselves things, or they have a president.
Was that a Superman reference?
Maybe.
I don't know how you'd actually pronounce that name.
Which one?
The 11th
Wixaspitlick.
Dimensional Imp.
Oh, no, you don't pronounce his name. You just make garbled sounds that you think sound like his name. You're not supposed to be able to pronounce it.
That
He's an 11th dimensional imp.
backwards.
You're not supposed to make sense of it.
Anyway,
I have not practiced saying it backwards, no.
Tenfold goes over to look at the gurney with straps and other contraptions on it that are apparently going to zap him in the future.
Yeah.
But this will zap her too, right?
That seems to be the intention.
Mm-hmm. She'll get the worst of it.
Alright.
This should be strong enough to hold you. I'd like it if you didn't punch me in the face. So that's what the straps are for.
I can take some pain.
Thank you. You're doing your city a favor.
I think I care more about just not having her take my brain over again.
Well, that too. You're also doing that. And depending
He
on how
climbs
this
onto the
works,
gurney.
I do have, like, to be clear, in case, regardless of how this goes, I will guarantee you that I'll make something so she can't do it again, alright?
Thanks.
Yep. Alright, strap him in.
Mars sets over to the controls for it.
Now, and I need you on standby. These should be strong enough, but in case I suddenly need a box, make a box.
Alan will stand
Heartbreaker,
within
same
a
on
couple
you.
swift strides of the gurney.
Heartbreaker, if you keep a track on his emotional state, like I don't know what she's gonna try when we start doing this. I don't know how much control she has. Like, can she jump on immediately? I don't know. Watch his emotional state. If he goes blank, tell us that you can't read him. Sure. Well, that's the thing. When he goes blank and is controlled, he can't read
yeah,
them. So that's what I'm relying on to tell if he goes blank.
Yeah, Heartbreaker, are the rest of our guests within your, kenning range?
At the moment, no.
Can we do this in range of them in case she decides
Would they need to be
to
in the
go
lab?
the askance route?
You either need to bring the gurney down to the holding cells or bring them out of the holding cells. They are in a place where presumably they can't be affected.
Yeah, it's a power-resistant room, so their nanites don't. Even if they, the nanites are just completely shut off.
Alright, well, let's make sure that the guards down there are notified and with radio in hand before we start.
And hold on, I'll get them on the horn. I inform them of the situation and just be like, keep on guard, have radios ready.
Sure.
Chome, if you could do me a favor. Number one, you're the fastest, so keep an eye on the radio, because I may be doing other crap, so if they call in, like something's happening, rush down there to handle it. Two, again, fastest one here, shit goes wrong, grab Ellen and get. I'll be fine. I don't know about Mars, I imagine you'll be fine too. No offense. I'm pretty sure you'll be okay. I know you have an escape strategy.
Mars just smiles.
See? Told you. This man knows what he's doing. So yeah, if shit goes wrong, grab Alan first. I'll be okay. Alright then, that's our plan. Okay, let's strap him in and hit the go button.
Strapping him in is easy since he's
I
willing.
plunk my goggles into place, smile wide, and say, I hope this hurts her more than it hurts any of us.
Then Mars throws the switch.
And Eddie, this is going to hurt you more than it hurts me. So
And
saying he hit me.
And Tenfold is definitely wincing. He doesn't seem to be in too much pain, but he is definitely being shocked. And about a minute of this going
Mars,
on.
check the map. I need to see if there's any kind of overload on any of the power structures. I need to see if any, like, this is being sent anywhere and, like, showing up on the city.
Marl will head over to a laptop and do as requested. Not
Yeah, like for any
pointing
kind of
this
power
out.
surges or anything like that.
But after about a minute of watching him wince through shocks, Heartbreaker cries out that he's just gone blank,
Oh, he's
but
gone
then
blank.
he's stopped. Heartbreaker can sense emotion, but it's changed. What used to be pain and, kind of a general desire for revenge on someone who's taken over his brain is now just anger. Tenfold's eyes are silver, and they glare at each of you. I just was about to say something, another shock hits, so he hisses and winces again. And once that subsides, he hisses out a command. And if we could get a music change, that would be lovely. The complex, please.
There it is. Proceed.
Just waiting for it to catch on my end. Yes, there we go. I am the commander. Are you going to stop whatever it is you're doing, or do you want your Stormer to die first?
Fair enough. I pull the switch.
His shocks have stopped, but his eyes are still silver. The commander appears to still be here.
Alright, Commander. Let's have a talk.
They raise one of Tenfold's eyebrows.
Who are you, and why are you trying to command Stormers around? And specifically, why are you trying to steal more silver material to make more of them, I presume?
I'm the commander. I'm going to take over the world with my superpowered army. That should be obvious.
Well, okay, I was kind of hoping it wasn't that, but of course it's fucking that.
Mars
Why
will
is it
step
always
over
that?
before Ralph says anything else. We know you're not the original commander. You're a woman. Who are you? Anyone else have any comment?
He's right.
I'm biding for the moment.
I'm the new commander. I was given my powers by the Silver Storm to instill order in the world. My order.
God, this is cliche as fuck. Tell her she's cliche as fuck.
Tenfold tisks.
Alright. right, lady. It's nice that you have those thoughts, and it's very cute, but there's something bigger going on at the moment.
Yes, I know. The storm was otherworldly. Only someone with an intelligence as great as mine begin to comprehend the technology involved in that.
So, for the sake of us unintelligent peons, you want to explain it?
Well, I don't know what caused the Silver Storm, nor do I fully understand how the nanites operate, at least not yet. But I do know that the nanites are the source of their powers, and that their secondary purpose is to allow an outside force to control the nanites, like I do now.
But you're not the only one who can do that. Ah, hell, that's Talax's plan, isn't it? That's a problem.
Who?
I hate to be the one to tell you this, Miss Commander. Miss
I give a
Commander?
cutting
Miss-
motion across the neck to Ralph.
What? Oh, what? Point is, hate to tell you this, but we're the one. We kind of already know about your little backdoor trick. How do you think we're getting a hold of you and getting your attention so pointedly?
I assume it was a fluke made by fools.
Yeah, but made by fools. Yeah, sure. Okay.
I
Gonna be
tackle
straight here.
Ralph.
Showing attacks. Betrayal.
Tenfold will turn to look, kind of raise his eyebrow again.
And drag him out of the room.
What the hell are you doing? Let me go. No.
Again,
And hold on just a second.
a fluke
I'll
by
be back in a moment.
Well, now all left is the guy who wasn't here. And Shinobi.
and Mars.
Cameras.
Oh, never mind. That won't help me.
Oh, well, not.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Hello.
Explain
Drag
why
Ralph
I'm
out of
being
the room.
dragged.
I am dragging you out of the room before you tell them that we know that they know their plan.
I was trying to get him
in
surrendered.
a sharp whisper. We're a little beyond that.
Well, I can't trace where she's come. Well, I'm gonna have Mars try and trace the signal where this is coming from, but this is like biotech.
And
Heavy
don't
tech.
tell her that.
Well, she has to know that
This
we're
is an
tracing.
intimidation strategy you use on someone who is already under your thumb, not someone who is God knows where.
Well, we're already tracing where she is, I presume. At least Mars says. You took me out of the room, so I can't do it.
Yes, and that's not how you keep someone on the line so you can trace them.
What?
Don't show our hand.
We're not playing poker.
Yes, we are.
No, we're not. We're talking to the most cliche villain in the world. I could do the tap dance, and she'd want to keep talking because she wants to hear her own voice.
I imagine there's conversation going on in the other room. We're having this argument.
Mars will look at Chiome to see if she has anything she wants to ask this commander.
Shiome's trying not to just roll her eyes at everything that's happened.
Mars will cough to himself then. And turn towards Tenfold. If there's already a controlling mechanism in the nanites, couldn't someone turn you into a zombie as well? And Tenfold laughs. I have taken precautions to make me immune to this control. Please continue with your riveting conversation outside the room.
Now, Ralph, are you going to let her say her piece without telling her what we don't know she knows?
Yes. Shrug.
Okay. He waits a moment, lets go of Ralph, and follows and leads the way back into the room.
Be honest. Just ask. Brush me in front of. Pratt.
Making yourself immune, huh? I don't think you can do it.
I don't think she can do it either.
Obviously, some feeble attempt maybe to share the information with you, which I would be grateful for.
Alright, well, if you pardon me, I'm just gonna try and hack you now. While I'm actually just
What
gonna try and
exactly
trace
are
her
you
lo-
doing?
Trace her location, number one. Number two, try and use the exact same backdoor she's been using on these people on her. If I, find her, I need to, do step one first.
You failed at both.
Okay, I just failed at both.
They are not things you can do.
I can't, trace whatever she's
No.
doing. Huh, you don't
Not
use
without
mechanics.
prior preparation or equipment, I'm betting.
And I can't just talk to a machine right now because it's busy.
Little busy.
Ever met a commander that talked to machines before?
That is because I am unique.
Unique, are you?
My intellect and vision and ability, yes.
Just an out-of-character reminder, the commander in question is the one of the chessmen, yes?
No.
No? Which one am I,
This
mixing up here?
is not someone you have met before. Or
Mars was the
Okay, so
Mars,
Mars.
is the original commander. But
Right.
this is obviously not Mars.
Yeah, this is someone who just took up the mantle.
Okay. Right, carry on.
The chessmen have not been involved since the first time they appeared.
So, your entire plan so far has been irritate us, and good job.
My plan was to respond to your annoying zapping. And
Well, shall we turn that back on?
if you want this man to die,
Oh, so you can kill him from where you are then.
No, but I'm
that would
betting
be the
we
obvious
can.
implication, wouldn't it?
So, you don't care who you have to kill to get you away then.
Changing the world into my order requires a few sacrifices.
Hold on just a second here.
I can't trace her, so what the bloody hell am I supposed to do?
Alan lets an evil grin sneak across his face.
Tenfold silver eyes will look at him.
Yeah, I follow you there, Can't make an omelet, right?
Exactly, yes.
Yeah, I can see how that works. And I'm sure there's a lot of Stormers out there that are probably just waiting to do something to change the world.
Not all of them as great as I will.
Hold on a moment. Strategizing here, trying to be as sneaky as Alan is. Not sure he could get away with that. Actually, oh, I've got it. Alright, well, it was nice having this chat, Miss Commander, but, we'll have to continue it later. And Alan's going to step forward and rap Tenfold on the side of the head, trying to knock him out.
Are you making any kind of actual roll for this?
That depends what you want me to.
You'd have to make an attack check, because you are essentially unarmed attacking him.
He is helplessly strapped to a table.
Yes.
You could still miss his head and hit like his shoulder, you know.
Yes.
Okay.
You still have to hit him the DC of 10 to gain a crit or take it as a routine.
Ah, gotcha.
I'm assuming you
Okay.
want to get the crit because
I
you're
could,
punching him. Did you remember he's a superpowered, like, invincible guy, and you're just a dude and you're trying to punch him out?
yeah, but I'm hoping he's taken quite a bit of toll from the electric torture that he's been undergoing for the past few minutes.
Fair enough.
Bit, yeah.
In that case, I shall, because I kind of need the crit, even though I have a -1 in melee fighting, of course.
That is funny as hell. Slap him. Yeah.
You hit him on the neck,
Mm-hmm.
which hurts, and she laughs through his body. All
Hell is it?
perfect. Yes, I've shared all the information I'm willing to with you. Don't contact me again. And he'll slump over.
Right, so you want to explain what the hell you just did? Because I couldn't trace her no matter what I did on my ends.
Alan holds up a hand, biting. Heartbreaker? Is she actually gone?
He's unconscious.
He's unconscious and she can't hear anything.
But is she actually gone?
Well, Heartbreaker could detect things from her, is the thing.
Gotcha. Okay. That was me hanging up the phone because you weren't having any luck, and Mars, sad to say, wasn't having too much luck. I mean, we got some good intel there, but that was me hanging up the phone and making her think that we're just a little more on edge and a little less cohesive than we are.
I couldn't trace anything she was doing. Whatever it is, it's definitely some kind of superpower. It's not mundane at all. She has some kind of ability to just talk to these things. There's nothing to trace because it's a power, so... Unless I build something specifically to trace her power, I'm not going to be able to just do this on the fly, is what I've more or less come to the conclusion of.
I am willing to bet you every baked potato in the world that if there's a Storm or Nanite there, she's got control of it.
Okay.
I don't think it's something that you can trace because it just exists like the nanites do.
So what? I need to purge every nanite from the entirety of the city, because I can do that if it comes to that.
Just the Stormer
Mars
ones, I'm willing to
cops.
bet.
We
Yes, boss?
most likely have more important things to handle when that happens. The commander is a threat, but I'd wager Telax is more of one.
Oh no, Talax is way more bigger of a threat, but also he's above our pay grade level of threat. That's the kind of threat where I would weaponize Mount Forge to battle him. And that'd take a while.
Mount Forge?
North of here. It's a mountain.
Ain't exactly a culturally iconic one, is it?
The Atlas Mountains are a bit more iconic. Mount Forge is a little more there-ish. Like, if you think of like Emerald City, you think, you know, Mount Stanley, the Atlas Mountains. You don't really think Mount Forge.
Right. Next time, maybe say, drop Olympus on him or something.
I'm not gonna go to fucking Mars.
Greece, you fool.
I'm not going there either.
Hold on just a moment, would you please?
The mountain is over there, it's close to shore, and it's about big enough. It's not as wide as Mount Stanley, and not as obscene as the Atlas Mountains. It's just the right size to battle in.
Yeah, I'm going to go check on the rest of our prisoners.
Yeah, you might want to go do that.
hold for a moment, Mr. Priest, please?
Yep. Oh, what?
Eh.
I would request that all of you come back to my office at Mars Tech.
Down at the campus?
Yes, there are some things we need to discuss.
Now it is. Okay, let us at least look at the prisoners, and then we'll go.
Probably bring Tenfold back into the.
Yeah,
He is
okay,
unconscious, so you can carry him easily enough.
Make sure we set out food for these guys also.
The guards have been handling it. They know what to do.
Good.
Okay.
are
Make sure if we have
professionals.
any, of course, we have medical staff. But have a medical staff. I took care of it, but I still have them watch Ghost, like, bullet wound and all.
Mhm.
Don't want her making that worse by going intangible and all her blood just.
There is another one awake of the group.
Hmm.
I am rolling dice to see who wakes up first, and it is Kid Singularity.
No, the son of a bitch! God damn it! The one person I don't want awake is awake. God.
Power dampeners, Ralph.
I know, but really, punk.
Yeah,
What
how
makes
is
you
that?
think he's a punk?
Yeah, how is that kid's spine, by the way? Because it's been crushed to powder twice in the last couple days.
Yes and no. He has some natural defenses when not in a power dampening field.
All right.
So he's got bullets in his legs. Well, you see him, he's laying on a cot because he can't really get off of it.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know where you got the idea he's a punk, considering you haven't ever actually talked to the real Kid Singularity.
The name kind of implies
No.
He's a kid and he controls singularities.
that makes him a punk.
Get off your lawn, huh?
Yeah.
That's my line.
Is anybody going to actually go and say hello, or is it just...
I am going inside to basically tip my hat at everyone. Howdy, folks. All right, I know this isn't convenient for half of you, give or take. I know half of you are assholes and deserve to be in here. Point being, this is a big confusing time. I'll just shorten it real quick. Someone dominated your mind. It sucks. I know. We got to keep you here until we've got this all sorted out in case she tries it again. While you're in there, you're safe. All there is to it. So those of you who don't deserve to be in here, it's for your own safety. For those of you who do deserve to be in here, double up. Right, that's the
That
Cliff
leaves
Notes
a lot of
version.
confused
Have a nice day.
silence.
Well, there's your Cliff Notes. Stay put. Especially you. I pointed water guy, depending on whether or not he's awake.
He is unconscious.
Alright, well, especially him.
You stay still, unconscious, man.
Better. I don't know if he's faking it.
Anything else you're going to do before doing what Mars asked of you?
Yeah, no, that was all I needed.
As Ralph leaves the room ahead of Alan, Alan will just look pointedly over at the prisoners, point at Ralph, and circle his finger around his temple,
There will be
then
a
follow.
snort from Chain.
Shrug. Shimei will follow.
So because of, you being who you are, if you want to take Mr. Hobbs or not, it does not take you very long to get over to the Mars Tech campus.
Well, I'll probably take Mr. House, but I am arriving in the Duke. I don't want to leave the Duke behind. I don't go out of this house without, my suit.
We'll go ahead and move you on the map to the Mars Tech campus. To the office of Maximilian Mars.
I'm hoping we're not inside when we pop in, or if we're inside, it's a big room, because like I said, I'm in the Duke.
No, you're going to have to get out of the Duke.
I don't want to get out of the Duke.
His office is not equipped. You've been in his office.
Parking's over there.
How is his
Park.
office looking from the holes we
His
made
office is repaired.
Wow, that's
Wow.
quick.
It
That's
has
good work.
been weeks.
Yes,
Still.
it has actually been a fair amount of time, and they have good repair work.
Alright,
It's
I'll
also
park the
possible
Duke.
that Heartbreaker brought his aunts over at some point.
Uh-huh. I'm parking the Duke nearby, and guess I'll walk in.
Mars is waiting in his office since he left before all of you.
Howdy. Take a seat. Alright. Lay it on us.
Mars will look at Alan. Mr. Priest, have you shared the information that I shared with you so many weeks ago with any of your companions? This is also an out-of-character question for whether Alan has told anybody else about Mars's criminal past.
No, not when Mars wasn't also in the room.
In that case, Alan is the only one of the four who knows.
There may have been askance references to it when we rescued Mars in the chamber, but otherwise, no.
Mars will cough then, and he walks over to the office bar that he has. Feel free to take any drinks yourself.
I've had enough for today.
I haven't. Alright. So, explain away as I drink your coffee.
Mars has alcohol. He
Alcoholic
sits
coffee.
back in his desk chair and takes a long drink of whatever it is. Hard to tell from a distance. While you've discovered this on your own, by her own confirmation, I can undeniably confirm that this new commander is not the original.
And what gives you that impression, besides the gender?
It would be impossible, as I am the original commander. He looks at the wall to his right in his office and simply says, "Display." A panel on the wall to the right shimmers and disappears, revealing an alcove with the latest version of the Commander battlesuit standing there.
Okay, is this the part where you reveal we're actually working for you as bad guys? The part where it reveals you're actually my father? Or the part where you reveal we're all sitting inside power dampener rooms and you're here to kill us all? Which one of those am I looking at here?
Ralph, you can put your butt in that chair, or
I'm
we
in the
can
chair.
put your jaw in it.
Well, in the chair.
None of the above, Mr. Hardock.
Okay, well, I had to check. I like to know what level of doom I'm facing before I kick its ass. So you were and are no longer, I'm presuming.
Yes. Don't be alarmed, my villainous past is behind me and I have been pardoned for my crimes.
How many times have I heard that in the news?
But you deserve an explanation and full disclosure, so I hope I don't disappoint. I used to work for Harrison Electronics. You asked about this earlier, where I was before Mars Tech.
Aye.
They were a big name in the defense industry, but I know you haven't heard of them. When I discovered that the CEO, Tony Harrison, was stealing my work and developing it on his own, he accused me of stealing company secrets and fired me. I also discovered that he put out a contract on me. With the local police bought to look the other way, I fled to the mountains to escape a hit squad. I stumbled across the wreck of an alien vessel. I went inside seeking shelter, and for some unknown reason, it decided to protect me. The hit squad never stood a chance. He pours himself another drink as he finishes the first. It took me weeks to understand even the basics of the technology, but it was enough for me to adapt and use. I wanted vengeance on Harrison, and more than that, I wanted to test the limits of this technology. I created a villainous persona, the Commander, to get superheroes to challenge me. I always chose targets that would hurt Harrison Electronics in some way. My plan worked well. While I ruffled a few feathers within the chamber, which you should know about now, after all, dismantled it fairly effectively, I succeeded in hurting Harrison. He didn't know what hit him when I bought the company out from under him after its stocks fell. Mars Tech took its place and soon grew by leaps and bounds using what I'd learned from the spacecraft. Unfortunately, I could not guide Mars Tech to its fullest potential and be the commander at the same time. When I saw my opportunity for a fresh start, I took it. I've devoted my life to running this company full-time. In a way, your presence is the culmination of my efforts over the last 2 decades. I've been trying to bring respectability to Emerald City. I understand heroes like you need to be a part of that. He finishes his second drink and puts the glass back on the bar. But the point is, I didn't bring you here to tell you a story. I want to take you to my vault, where the remnants of that alien technology sit. I think, by working together, we may be able to come up with a device like the one created by this new commander to protect Stormers from being mind-controlled on a wider scale.
Ralph has this face that's both, like, it's caught between, this is suspicious, and oh my god, kid in the candy store. Well, Mr. Mars, that's quite the story. Thank you for being what I presume to be honest, considering Heartbreaker is right there and you can tell.
Heartbreaker smiles and waves.
Yeah, you're being honest. So, take me to your lab. I'll put my best foot forward and do everything I can to get this done. I'm hoping this technology isn't the same kind Telex is. Or on one hand, if it is, at least we can figure out what the hell he's made of. By all means, show me the way and I'll put forth what I got.
Mars nods and looks to Chioma, because Heartbreaker won't be saying anything, unfortunately.
Not a huge fan. I didn't know about this before I agreed, but
You understand why it would have been difficult at the time.
I do. Yeah, I'm still in.
He nods and looks to Alan. I told you part of this already, Mr. Priest, but just to be clear.
I've already been this deep in. It's expected. Just odd circumstances brought it to the forefront, eh?
Odd circumstances is one way to put it.
I know
Fucking
odd
alien head
circumstances.
came out of the ocean. That ain't odd. It's fucking insane.
To be fair, no more insane than a giant brain that controls people's minds.
Yeah.
No more insane than a tree that sticks up through 3 time zones, only a staircase and 1,000 years apart.
Where have you been?
Acid, as far as I can tell.
Yeah. Stay away from that.
Mars gets up from his desk and walks over to a black and white photo of Emerald City circa 1936 and just says open. The picture and hammer and disappear, revealing an elevator door.
Alright. Well, and Alan, I understand why you didn't tell us, but tell us next time.
Not
We're not
my
always-
secret to share.
That's not the point. That's still
Actually,
information
Ralph,
we...
Mars
It
chuckles
is
lightly.
so deeply the point that you don't even see the forest for the trees yet.
I don't see a force at all. I see someone had information we could at least talked about. Alright, let's get in the bloody elevator.
The
I gotta do
elevator
science.
car can comfortably hold all of you.
I gotta
With
science
room to
this
spare.
part of this.
I am surprised this wall didn't get knocked out during the fracas.
It did.
That must have been embarrassing.
A little bit. There's a panel inside the elevator with 20 buttons that are all unmarked, and Mars selects one without looking.
Show off. Eidetic memory. I memorize which button he pushes.
Okay. Would you like to examine anything else but the panel?
Sure, while I'm there. I mean, if he doesn't mind me gawking at it, but
Not particularly, no.
I gawk at it.
Make some kind of roll.
Yeah, let's go with technology. Just see if I recognize what's on display. So, 30.
The button that Mars presses is the only one that's actually a button.
Oh,
From what you can tell, the rest of the buttons are hooked up to something.
probably traps.
So it's the hardest game of Minesweeper.
Yes. Maximum difficulty.
In any case, the elevator smoothly moves downward from the moment he presses the button. And you can tell it's descending, but it feels after a while that the elevator seems to be moving from side to side and back and forth.
Are we
It's
being
very-
shaken like a can of beans?
It's not quick enough to make a problem, but it's an odd feeling. After a few minutes, the door opens into a darkened room that you really can't see very far in, except Chiome, but she'll be getting a description at the same time the rest of you are, because it's not important.
It's a teleportation room, isn't it? It's not just an elevator. That explains the movement, wouldn't it?
Ralph,
Mars
it's a
looks back
turbo
at you.
lift.
It's just an elevator.
Alright then.
Mars steps out of the elevator, and the overhead lights come on, revealing a corridor 50 feet long and 6 feet wide. 2 security robots, unlike anything you've seen on Mars Tech property before, stand at the other end of the corridor, holding large, alien-looking rifles. They're standing in front of a set of double doors, but they step aside as Mars and the heroes approach. The double doors open to reveal a large, warehouse-sized room with vents, but no windows. I actually have an image for you on this one. Not very much, but it gives you some idea. The doors open into a large underground warehouse. The room is roughly 100 yards long and wide with a 40-foot ceiling. Used but well-organized workstation and testing sites cover the floor, all surrounding a large object that looks like a metallic icicle resting on its side. A couple of robotic technicians are examining different sections of the artifact, and cables run from it to computer stations. Bits and pieces of similar alien technology are strewn throughout the room, being analyzed and experimented on. Welcome to the Vault, Mars says as he leads you into the room. For decades, this has been the core of Mars Tech. This vault sits underground in a secure location. 10 feet of concrete separate the ceiling from the sub-basement above. The only living soul who's seen this room in decades is me, and now you.
Huh. You know, I'm immediately worried there might be some sort of tracking thing on this thing that you haven't noticed, that was impossible to notice, and that's why Telex is here at all.
Yes, you would recognize that there are similarities between this piece here and Telex's ship.
Ominous or anything? It's ominous as hell is what it is. Oh boy. Well, the good news is that if it's similar, that means they might be of similar construction. If I can find a weak point in this thing, I can find a weak point in that thing. So, let me roll up my sleeves. Move you, robot. Scoot. Scoot.
The robots will move when you step near them, but they'll typically want to keep working whatever they're working on.
Yeah, let me work. Scoot. What the hell's the wrenches in this place?
I would recommend digital analyses before taking a physical route.
I'm imagining you have been doing digital analyses for how long? Years?
Yes, but these machines only work what I designed them to do. You might think along different lines than I do, Mr. Hardock.
Yeah, I usually think on the physical lines. Alright, fine. We'll try data streaming first. I'm assuming you have a database of everything you've picked up. I'm probably just going to need to look that over first, then try my luck.
Go right ahead.
I'm not going to stick my nose into the thing you already know. Alright, while I do that, Alan, I need you to go touch it and tell me what the hell it's... Well, you're not going to tell me what it's made of. I need you to touch it, then go make more of it. Like a little cube will do. Show me, help him make that cube.
The walls are pretty standard stuff. I mean, it's basically the hardest material you can get in a decent enough substance to... Sorry, I'm not thinking of the word. Quantity, that was the word.
Yep.
It's about the hardest stuff you can get on this much quantity to actually build a warehouse-sized room out of it, which mostly means different types of titanium and steel and such.
Yep. So it's not going to be as tough as, like, say, the Duke is, but it will be tougher than anything on the surface.
It's also very, very thick.
It's a lot of it.
How thick?
Well, besides what he mentioned of the 10 feet of concrete between the ceiling and the sub-basement, the actual walls are at least 5 feet.
Okay. And beyond?
That 10 feet of concrete on all sides and then into the earth.
Okay. 60 feet of matter canning for the audience's sake. Alrighty. I believe I have been invited to go fondle something.
I need you to just touch the ship, if, you know, that's all bloody allowed. I want you to create a cube of what it's made of, And then I want Chiome to basically start poking and prodding at it and tell me what she knows of it. Basically, I want you both to screw around with whatever the hell this ship is made of, how tough it is, anything you tell me just by physical screwing around with. If you need lab equipment, there's some around here somewhere.
Meanwhile, Mars himself has gone over to a computer and is frantically typing away at something.
Heartbreaker, could you... Anything, if there's anything at all coming from this thing at any point, like, even like a flicker of consciousness, or some other consciousness going for this thing, I want you to tell me and hit the biggest, reddest button next to you that says alarm on it.
Sure.
Because if this thing starts I want him, like, if this thing so much as flickers with another intelligence, like, if, you know, because Texlex is awake now, so if this is part of him, and he figures that out, I don't want him finding it, or using it, or anything.
What about this button labeled Lab Purge?
Yeah, that's the one I hit you with, so no touchy.
We might have to stop off here.
Yeah,
fine.
it's about that time.
Yeah,
that's
getting much further in seems like a bigger endeavor.
Yes, there will be things happening all at once very soon enough.
I'll have to make like 20 rolls.
Yeah. A little more than 5 minutes of time.
Yup.
You've seen a giant alien spaceship, you've learned things about Mars,
Then we found another
You've,
spaceship, slightly less giant.
you've learned things about the new commander.
Dramatic
It's a
Revelation
girl.
Theater.
Ah ha ha ha.
Drama. Lots of drama, not much fighting.
Won't think you'd had enough of fighting.
Yeah, no, that's cool. I like episodes that are just, you know, exposition based. It's a comic book. There's some things where there's no fighting, some that's nothing but. I'm just worried about now that Texlex is awake, we might not have time to look at it. You know?
Telex.
Telex, Texlex, Tic Tac.
T-L-L-A-X, oh my god.
I like Tic Tac.
Dude.
Can we call him Tic Tac?
I thought we call him Tic Tac.
With a head that big, he needs a lot of Tic Tacs.
Yeah.
If
I'll
you
call him
if you can call him that to his face and survive, I will give you a hero point.
To be fair, it'll be next time I see his face, I'm just going to be trying to survive anyway.
Yeah.
True, but he may be more motivated to kill you if you call him Tic Tac.
Well, at least I know his weakness now. Insults.
You're assuming that he'll be any weakened by the fact that he so desperately wants to crush your skull.
No, he'll be distracted. That's important.
For just a small period of time until he lands that ship on you.
I know, but, you know, that small period of time may be just enough seconds to fire our main Doom cannon, whatever the fuck.
Right. In that case, I will shut down the stream.
We are done for now.
Alrighty.
Well done, everyone.
Nobody died.
Good work.
Well,
Even though
nobody
we
tried
shot him
to
in the
die.
face. You shot someone in the face. We tried.
Yeah, he did shoot someone in the face.
Maybe a little.
Crit will
Maybe
detect
a little.
Uzi will do that.
Maybe a little, he says, at point blank Uzi to the face.
I love comic book logic.
Yeah.
It was only one Uzi.
Alright, so you're saying if you were dual wielding Uzis, they might have died.
Then there would have been a gun on each side of her head. It could have done some serious damage. I'm stopping
least you
before I
did
get too far
take
ahead of
down
myself.
Ghost
Yeah.
Light.
The hole is deep enough. Stop digging.